It's Wednesday, November 26th.
They got to be installed 4 feet deep with poured concrete bases, 7 feet above the ground to ensure people don't hit their heads or children hide behind them, creating safety risk. And it requires essentially a crane to put them in.
The province has provided signs to deter drivers from speeding at former photo radar sites, but the signs are too big for the posts.
The province moves to enforce tougher penalties for dangerous and impaired drivers after a traffic collision earlier this year.
It's a memory, it's experience, and it's something we do every week. We make a whole day out of it. We go for lunch after, we play. They have so many things to do. So the price also includes like all the other things you get to do.
And the hunt for the perfect Christmas tree. We're looking at the cost of decking the halls this holiday season. Your Morning Ottawa starts right now. Everybody, happy Wednesday. I'm Will Aiello.
And I'm Alyssa Lamb.
Any sort of the festive feelings that we had over the last couple of days, we had what my mom calls a sprinkle of snow.
Okay.
Out on the trees and on the ground. And then this morning, it was just pouring rain, and now it's all going to wash away.
And then this weekend, it's going to get icy again. So we're really seeing mixed conditions over the next few days.
Man, it's crazy this time of year where you just get those massive swings like that. Yeah. Although, and it's hard to believe that next week we're already into December.
Exactly. We're going to go from 8 degrees to -10 very quickly. So that just goes to show you the shift in our temps.
Yes. Happy holidays, everybody. We will be having some festive segments, though, throughout the show. First, we'll get to our news headlines because the speed cameras are gone and the province has promised to replace them with some new signs. But the city of Ottawa has hit a snag since the signs provided are too big to be mounted on the city's standard posts. That's 6-foot-tall Ottawa councillor Tim Tierney right there, lying down on one of the new signs. That can be up to about 12 feet tall, higher than other municipalities because they must be bilingual.
They got to be installed 4 feet deep with poured concrete bases, 7 feet above the ground to ensure people don't hit their heads or children hide behind them, creating safety risk. And it requires essentially a crane to put them in.
The city says it is working with the province on a solution to install the signs as soon as possible. Once they do go up, they are only temporary and will be replaced by permanent signs that will have flashing lights. Those will have to be placed in by next September.
The province is pushing ahead with tougher penalties for dangerous and impaired drivers, following through on a promise Premier Doug Ford made to a grieving family. The Premier met with the family of a father of 3 who was killed in a crash on the 401 in August and promised harsher penalties for dangerous drivers. As part of the larger justice reform bill tabled yesterday at Queen's Park, lifetime driving bans would be issued for anyone convicted of dangerous driving causing death, and a number of fines will also increase.
It does not matter whether it's alcohol or cannabis or prescription drugs or illicit drugs or just not paying attention. When people recklessly endanger others, they will be held accountable.
Police would also be able to immediately suspend the license of drivers for 90 days and impound a vehicle if they suspect dangerous driving.
A groundbreaking ceremony in Ottawa's West End could be looking to shatter what some say has been the city's tech plateau.
The technologies we're building are building higher speed networks, more robust networks to fight against nefarious actors, quantum secure networks, so that networks are built in a secure fashion, so that as quantum computing comes online and bad actors are going to attack networks, that we will be building networks that are secure and safe and trusted by not only the Canadian government, but by Canadians.
Nokia is looking to build a new campus in Canada North Business Park. The campus will span nearly 750,000 square feet. The goal is to have it ready for use in about 3 or 4 years. This is said to solidify Ottawa as one of the country's major tech hubs, especially as Canada looks to get ahead of the curve of artificial intelligence.
The Prime Minister is admitting that he used a poor choice of words when he responded, "Who cares?" when asked Sunday about the last time he spoke to U.S. President Donald Trump.
I made a promise to Canadians. When I make a mistake, I'll admit it. That was a poor choice of words about a serious issue.
Mark Carney is considering a trip to Washington next week for a World Cup event. OC Transpo is exploring how artificial intelligence could be used to monitor the transit network. Staff are reviewing ways the technology could help with real-time detection for OC Transpo security cameras. AI could flag unusual behaviors caught on CCTV, such as assaults, vandalism, and emergencies, and notify special constables. Staff will provide counselors with an update.
Ottawa's largest school board has posted a higher than expected budget deficit for the 2024-25 school year. It's the fourth straight year the board's budget is in the red. A report shows the Ottawa-Carleton District School Board finished the school year with a $5.4 million deficit. That's higher than it had projected in December of last year. The OCDSB has been under provincial oversight since June. A supervisor is conducting a thorough review of the board's spending.
A potential solution to Canada's housing crisis may have been built right here in Ottawa.
A typical construction crew, carpentry crew, would be used to building approximately 6 houses a year, and that same carpentry crew will ultimately be able to install 10 times that number of homes using the prefabricated model.
Local company EcoBuild unveiled its latest model of energy-efficient prefabricated homes, which takes just days to put the walls and roof all together. Pardon me. The company says construction is faster and slightly more expensive, but there would be offsetting cost savings due to the high-efficiency nature of the home.
Canadian Olympic swimmer Penny Oleksiak has been banned from competition for 2 years for an anti-doping rule violation. The International Testing Agency says she's committed 3 whereabouts failures between October 2024 and June of 2025. A whereabouts failure is defined as any combination of 3 missed tests or filing failures in a 12-month period. Oleksiak has said there were inadvertent errors and she had not been using banned substances. The suspension ends July 14th, 2027, before the Summer Olympics in LA in 2028.
And the Ottawa Charge will look for their first win of the season tonight at TD Place after a tough 4-0 loss to the New York Sirens in their home opener.
Still alive. Now back behind the net. And they score again. Oh my.
The team is welcoming one of the league's newest teams, the Vancouver Golden Knights. This will be their first meeting between the two clubs. Puck drop is set for 7 o'clock, and I know a lot of people are really excited to have the season back underway. You know, you kind of drown out some of that noise, and now we get to just focus on a little bit of just the power of the hockey that's going to be played.
Absolutely. And they had such a successful season last year, hoping they have another long run like last year all the way to the finals. So fingers crossed.
New players, MVP, goalie. I think the Ottawa Charge are going to be very good this year.
Absolutely. And some great hockey as well.
Yeah.
So fantastic.
All right, what do you got for us today? Because we've kind of been teasing a little bit where this week is a little wild.
It is a little wild in terms of temperatures. We're going to go from 8 degrees to -10 in just a few days, and we're going to see everything from rain to snow in the forecast. Right now, we're waking up to some spotty showers. So we started seeing some rain in the overnight, and we will continue to see that throughout the day ahead. Just some light rain or some light drizzle throughout your early morning hours, and into the afternoon, we're expecting more heavier rain in the forecast for us. And we will see a few breaks from the rain, so not a completely wash of a day. We likely will see some breaks between 9 and about 2 p.m. That's when we will see kind of spottier showers and then more consistent rain throughout the late afternoon into your early evening hours. Everything will clear up tonight around 10 o'clock tonight. Overnight, quite cloudy, and into your day tomorrow, a chance of a few flurries in the forecast for us. So we could see some light snow tomorrow, and that's because temperatures tomorrow not nearly as warm as today. So enjoy the mild weather because it's the last warm day we will see for quite some time, and it's going to be quite chilly as we head into your weekend forecast. Temps right now already sitting at 2 degrees this morning, seeing those light scattered showers. The Valley will also see some rain today, sitting at 3 degrees. Kingston 8 right now, 9 in Trenton. So a very warm start to your day. Temperatures are above that freezing mark throughout most of the region this morning, and a high of 8 degrees into your afternoon. So normal for this time of the year is around 2 degrees. We will be well above that into your day ahead. So very, very warm weather on the way, and a little soggy in through your day ahead as well. We could see about 5 to 8 millimeters of rain in the forecast for us. And look at this, double-digit temperatures in some areas. Trenton, Kingston, 12 degrees for today, 10 for Bancroft, Kemptville, Brockville, 8 for us here in Ottawa, same over along the Seaway, and in Gatineau, 7 for Kittigansdeby. So everybody's seeing this stretch of nice, warm, mild weather throughout your afternoon. Not going to stick around too much longer because we will be back to normal tomorrow. It will stay quite mild overnight, dropping to 1, 3 degrees for tomorrow, -2 on Friday. And that's why we could see some light scattered flurries over the next few days as the system kind of lingers. And then as we head into Friday overnight, dropping all the way down to -9, but factor in the wind chill, will feel closer to -12, -14 throughout the overnight on Friday. So very, very cold overnight Friday, staying chilly Saturday, a high of only -3. So we're going to go from 8 degrees to -3 into the weekend. At least we'll get to see some sunshine. Then on Sunday, we could see more snow, upwards of 5 centimeters. And next week, starting off very chilly. On your drive in this morning, here's a live look at your time saver traffic. Volume is still light out there, resulting in no delays on your morning commute. Now let's check out your TSN must-see moment.
Hey there, Lindsay Hamilton inside the Sports Center newsroom with your must-see moment from Tuesday. We are taking a trip to Montreal for this one. PWHL action, the Sirens and Victoire. In the third period, Abby Rock chases down the loose puck, shakes off her defender, buries it with a gorgeous goal. Rock, lovely little dangle, goes between the legs. 3 points in this one, but none bigger than that beauty. Definitely worthy of your must-see moment. Meanwhile, tonight on TSN, we've got Tangerine Raptors basketball for you as the Raps are looking for their 9th win in a row. They welcome the Pacers to town. It all gets going 7 p.m. Eastern on TSN 4. It's all for now from the Sports Center newsroom. Have a wonderful Wednesday.
Well, coming up on Your Morning Ottawa.
It's a memory, it's experience, and it's something we do every week. We make a whole day out of it. We go for lunch after, we play. They have so many things to do. So the price also includes like all the other things you get to do.
The cost of sprucing up the holidays. We'll explore how much you should expect to spend on a Christmas tree this year. I'll be taking notes too because I'm getting my tree this week. We're going to take a peek outside through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam, and as you saw there, temperatures warm today, but then those overnight lows, ooh, they're getting cold over the next several days. Winter is coming, but we'll keep you cozy throughout the day today. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Here are the big stories that we're following today on Your Morning Ottawa. New, larger school zone signs meant to be installed after the province banned speed cameras have arrived, but it turns out they are too big to fit on the city's poles. Nokia is looking to build a new campus in the Canada North Business Park, expanding the city's tech hub, and the Ontario government has introduced a justice bill that includes harsher penalties for dangerous and impaired drivers. Full details on all that coming up. Let's take a peek outside of what we can expect over the next several days. And temperatures today well above the mark, 8 degrees. With that, though, bring some showers. We're experiencing that right now, so a little bit of rainfall, kind of messy out there. And then turn your attention to those overnight lows. -9 on Friday, feeling closer to -14 with the wind chill. So temperatures are about to fall, so let's enjoy today while it's here. And taking a look at our roads at this hour, nothing crazy to report. Again, just leave yourself a little extra time. We are seeing some reduced visibility due to that rainfall, but then temperatures are going to be nice and warm this afternoon. So any snowfall that's on the ground, I think we can say goodbye. Well, whether you go the route of real or artificial, many people are getting ready to set up their Christmas trees. CTV's Kimberly Johnson looks at how much it'll cost you for sprucing up for the holidays.
The McParlins get a Christmas tree the first chance they can every year.
We got a Fraser fir, and it's usually too big for our house every year, but that's okay. Usually we get a little overzealous.
At about 8 feet tall, she says it's coming in at $110, a little bit more than the family paid last year. But making memories with her young kids, getting to cut it down themselves, is all part of the Christmas magic.
It's the experience for us. It smells good. It's worth it. It's worth it. I think we'd pay any amount for it.
This is probably about a 6.5 to 7 foot balsam. Priced at $89.
Pam Martin, owner of Cedar Hill Christmas Tree Farm, says a standard 7 to 8 foot tree will run you between $80 to $110 this year. She says that it's only a slight increase from last year to account for inflation.
We're really trying to keep it as affordable as we can. As a family with 4 kids of our own, we understand how expensive the holidays can be. That's why when people come to our farm, there is no admission fee.
This one right here, $99.99. That'll be $50 for Black Friday. The cost for the trees, relatively the same, but the discounts are much better this year.
If you're in the market for an artificial tree, the owner of the Home Hardware in Manotick says regular prices run between $100 and $400. He says prices are consistent with last year because the trees are unaffected by tariffs since most come from China. But this year, shoppers can expect more discounts, and demand is expected to grow.
So we usually order maybe about 6 artificial trees for the year, but this year we have about 2 dozen.
Kimberly Johnson, CTV News.
Okay, so ever since I moved out of my parents' house, except for maybe a couple of college years with the boys that I lived, I've always gotten a real tree. It's just, I love the Christmas spirit, and it's always been instilled for me from a young age. So I love going out and getting a real one, and then this week, over the next couple of days, I'll finally get it.
You're gonna go pick it up. We have an artificial tree, so because I like it flocked, so it has like a little bit of white snow looking on the tree. So we put it up, honestly, probably almost a month ago. Like we've had it up for a while. Like right after Halloween. I know. It's my kids. They get so eager to do it, and it gives them something to do. I think it was maybe a rainy weekend or something, and it gives them something to do to decorate. But all our decorations are just like at the bottom.
Why when the kids take over? Yeah, I do that too. We'll discuss more about the trees coming up. We're going to start with dangerous driving penalties because they're set to soon be strengthened in Ontario as the government has tabled a bill in honor of a father of 3 who was killed by an alleged dangerous driver. Let's check in with Bill Carroll from the Morning Rush on News Talk 580 CFRA to get his thoughts. So once this bill's been introduced now, Bill, harsher penalties for those that are impaired or dangerous driving.
Yeah, this is named after a father who has been taken from his children because of a dangerous driving incident. No one has been convicted in that particular case yet. So this is actually moving very fast. It kind of came out of nowhere. And the suggestion is if you're convicted of impaired or dangerous driving and you take someone's life, you're done driving. You are done for life. And I can't think of many people right now are hearing that and saying, this is a bad idea. In fact, I think most people are thinking this is a very good idea. There may be some compromise along the way. I wouldn't be surprised if life gets defined as 25 years, like life in prison when you've killed somebody in a criminal situation. So we'll have to see how this goes as it gets pushed through the legislature. But, you know, they do have a majority government, so they should be able to pass it. I'm just wondering if it'll pass a constitutional test later. I would think it will because driving is not, it's not a right, it's a privilege. So this is a tough law. And remember, the person accused in the case that we're talking about here was also allegedly involved in an incident with the premier running into his vehicle just a month earlier. I mean, so which, if true, illustrates something, and that is that there are many people out there who are constantly either drinking and driving or driving dangerously. It's a habit that they have because you can get away with these things many times before you get caught. So if you're being caught often, how often are you breaking the rules? So I think this is a good law. The opposition is concerned because they think that it's a bit of hypocrisy here, which is a desperate argument when you think about it, because this is the same government that just got rid of camera and speed zones. Look, cameras and speed zones allow you to drive as fast as you want, and you don't lose your license because we don't punish drivers. We were punishing owners of cars who may or may not have been driving cars. So I don't see it as hypocritical at all. I see it as let's have real law enforcement, lay real charges, and have real consequences.
Yeah, and you said it right away, Bill. Driving is a privilege, and I think that a lot of people will be on the side of yes, then no when it comes to these new changes. Appreciate your time, Bill. Have a great show.
You guys have a good day.
And remember, you can listen to The Morning Rush with Bill Carroll on News Talk 580 CFRA weekdays from 6 till 10 a.m. And coming up next on Your Morning Ottawa, we are talking about local Christmas activities that you can do in the city. The Lansdowne Christmas Market, Magic of Lights, and much more happening in Ottawa. And stay tuned because throughout the show, we will be visiting Magic of Lights 3 different times, and I got maybe a little bit of a surprise for you as well. We'll tell you our favorite spots coming up just ahead. Let's take a peek outside through our sky cam on George Street. Still rainy out there. No snowshoes needed today, but the umbrella needs to come back from the cupboard as precipitation continues throughout the day. Stay with us. It is 6:22 on your Wednesday. Welcome back, everybody. We got a fun one today. On Your Morning Ottawa, we are asking for your comments on Christmas fun in the capital. We want to know, what is your favorite local Christmas activity to do right here in the city? Send us those comments at yourmorningottawa@ctv.ca. And I especially need them because I've been gone for like 7-8 years.
Oh.
So I'm looking for some great ideas because I love this holiday season. And what do you got?
So much has changed as well over the last few years, right? I have a few. When we were kids, we used to always do Taffy Lane because we lived in Orleans. And if you don't know what Taffy Lane is, it's like this iconic street in Orleans where they just go above and beyond in terms of Christmas decor. It is like every single house is lit up. There's decor, you know, ear to ear, wall to wall throughout their yard. So we used to do that. But now as a family, we do the Lansdowne Christmas market. We've had a lot of fun going there and checking out. It's kind of like an old fashioned Christmas market, which is so cute.
Oh, fun.
It's been around, I feel like 18-19 might have been their first year. So it's fairly new, I guess you could say, but it's such a great tradition for us. My kids love it. There's so many things to see and do, and it's really grown over the years. It started out quite small, and now it's quite large. And oh, I haven't seen this little thirsty peddler yet. Haven't done that stop, so
I love that.
I have to add that in.
I'm seeing you investigate. You're like, oh, okay, I guess as we do this, it's like, I got to take the kids here this year, too.
Yeah, really cool.
It's so fun. I mean, it's so great. And you're like, look at everyone having such a great time. And it's for everyone, right? Like whether you have like your families or you want to go with yourself or you go with your friends and stuff. So it's such a great time. And I need all the ideas because I love this holiday season.
There's good food, good drinks, good music, good entertainment. It's a blast.
You had me at food.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll be hearing from you a little bit later on the show. We are asking you, what is your favorite local Christmas activity here in Ottawa? Send us your comments at yourmorningottawa@ctv.ca. And coming up on Your Morning Ottawa, guess what? I take a tour of Magic of Lights, a local favorite holiday event right here in the city. That's coming up in just a few moments. Oh, and who's that? We'll find out the surprise coming up. Stay with us, everybody. We'll be right back.
Good morning and happy Wednesday, everyone. I am Melissa Lamb.
I'm Will Aiello, and we have a very fun show prepared for you, including a business in our kitchen that's celebrating 20 years here locally in our community.
And you take us on a little tour of Magic of Lights, and I saw someone in your life made a little cameo.
Yes, that's right. There will be not one, but two Aiellos on the program throughout the show over the next couple hours.
This is your early warning.
It is, and she already wants a raise, so I think she did a good job.
I can't wait to watch.
We'll have that coming up. Let's start with our news headlines. New, larger school zone signs meant to be installed after the province banned speed cameras. They've arrived, but it turns out they are too big to fit on the city's poles.
Typical bureaucratic planning, let's say.
I don't think the signage will work as well as speed cameras. I don't think they've thought things through.
They're obnoxious, but sometimes people need to have a slap in the face that's bigger than life to make them wake up.
Don't see what they're doing. Like, how can you have a bigger sign for a post that it doesn't fit? Doesn't make sense to me.
In a statement, the city says it is working with the province on a solution to install the new signs as soon as possible. Once the signs do go up, they are only temporary. They'll need to be replaced again by permanent signs that will have flashing lights. Those will be installed by next September. Ottawa City Council is meeting this morning and will be voting on whether to purchase a new landfill in the East End. The site is called Capital Region Resource Recovery Center and is located at the intersection of Highway 417 and Boundary Road. City staff say the potential purchase is a rare opportunity since it takes 15 years to secure the approvals for a landfill. Ottawa's current landfill at Trail Road will reach capacity in the next 10 to about 15 years.
The province is pushing ahead with tougher penalties for dangerous and impaired drivers following through on a promise Premier Doug Ford made to a grieving family. The Premier met with the family of a father of 3 who was killed in a crash on the 401 in August and promised harsher penalties for dangerous drivers as part of the larger justice reform bill tabled yesterday at Queen's Park. Lifetime driving bans would be issued for anyone convicted of dangerous driving causing death, and a number of fines will also increase.
It does not matter whether it's alcohol or cannabis or prescription drugs or illicit drugs or just not paying attention. When people recklessly endanger others, they will be held accountable.
Police would also be able to immediately suspend the license of drivers for 90 days and impound a vehicle if they suspect dangerous driving.
Holiday shopping is in full swing, but a new RBC poll warns Canadians may be more confident than careful when it comes to spotting scams. The survey finds 86% of Canadians believe they can identify a scam, yet 1 in 4 has still fallen victim. Many expect this year to be even worse, with AI-powered scams making fraud harder to detect. The poll also shows nearly 1 in 5 Canadians has accidentally visited a fake shopping website just in the past year. Canada's steel and softwood lumber industries are expected to get some more help from the government.
There are sectors, the auto sector, the steel sector, the lumber sector, the aluminum sector, that are under pressure. We care. We're acting in those sectors. There will be announcements this week to further support.
Prime Minister Mark Carney is expected to announce new measures this afternoon that could include cutting limits on the amount of steel that can be imported into the country from nations that don't have a free trade agreement with Canada. There is also expected to be more financial aid for steel companies, workers, and the softwood lumber industry.
Provincial police say a child is in hospital after they were hit by a car while getting off the school bus. This happened on Highway 17 in Ralphton, about 2.5 hours northwest of Ottawa near Deep River. Police say the child was taken to hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
U.S. President Donald Trump says his special envoy will go to Moscow next week to meet with Russia's president to discuss ending the war in Ukraine. This comes as many Russian missiles and drones on Kiev killed at least 7 people, and a Ukrainian attack on southern Russia killed 3 people. U.S. officials are meeting with Ukrainian officials later this week.
Police in France have made 4 more arrests in connection with the brazen daylight jewelry heist at the Louvre last month. 2 men and 2 women are in custody, although the Paris prosecutor has not revealed what role they played in the robbery. On October 19th, thieves made off with French crown jewels worth well over $100 million. So far, there is still no trace of the stolen jewels.
While many students take part in after-school sports, others are participating in a different kind of after-school program.
Code Ninjas is a concept that was modeled on martial arts dojo and just the motivation of kids wanting to work their way through a belt system. So we merged that with what kids love, which is video games.
Think you can spot images created by artificial intelligence? Some kids are learning all about what to look out for as part of an after-school program teaching kids about it.
Yeah, about AI, robotics, and computer programming. The program is called Code Ninjas, and there are 2 locations in Ottawa. And you know what? It's amazing that we're already on top of this, because I feel like even we need to start doing stuff like this.
Absolutely.
As adults, because it gets so hard sometimes if that little watermark isn't there letting you know.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's the ones that are so fake, but then there's ones that are way too sneaky.
Like when the lion comes over and kisses you on the face. Like, obviously, we know that's not real, but then there's some that are so good. It's like, is this or is this not? So
yeah.
I think it's great we're teaching our youth at a young age and making it fun.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I've seen the one yesterday where the horse is doing the Tony Hawk roundabout and lands at 6th and landing. I think that's got to be real, right?
Oh, yeah, of course. Well, in our forecast today, we're seeing some milder conditions and we're seeing some wet weather as well. So you're waking up to some rain, could likely see a little bit of drizzle out there as well this morning. Into your afternoon, it's going to stay wet. And this week, we're really seeing a mixture of everything. We'll see some mild weather, some cold weather, rain, and of course, even a little bit of snow. So we got a little bit of everything today. In our forecast this morning, seeing those light spotty showers, a little bit of drizzle out there. That will continue throughout the morning hours. Likely more rain into the afternoon as well. So we're going to kind of see these spotty showers off and on throughout your day ahead. We could see another 5 to 8 millimeters of rain in the forecast for us. It will then start to taper off later on tonight. It looks like sometime around 10 o'clock tonight is when things will start to clear up slightly. Still a chance that we could see some snow tomorrow morning. So we could see some light scattered flurries, and that's because temperatures will gradually drop down in the overnight and early tomorrow morning, be a little bit colder than where they are right now, meaning meaning we will likely see a little bit of snow on the way, and we could see some more of that on the way into Sunday. 2 degrees already to start off your morning, so fairly mild. That's usually our daytime high. We're already sitting there early in the morning, so just goes to show you how warm it will be later on today. Temperatures very mild across the region. We are expecting wet roads this morning as well as tonight, so make sure you take caution on your roads, as slippery driving conditions could obviously be a factor this morning as well as on your commute home later on tonight. Temperatures today reaching a high of 8 degrees, so very mild into your afternoon forecast. 10 degrees for Bancroft, Kemple, Rockville, double digits as well for Trenton as well as in Kingston, so areas to the south of us. Very warm weather on the way today. 7 degrees over in Kitigan, Sibby. Over the next couple of days, you'll see the mixture of what we're going to see, a little bit of everything, some warm weather, some cold weather. So today's the last real mild day, and you can see it'll be quite cold after. 8 degrees is the high overnight, dropping to 1. Into your day tomorrow, high of only 3 degrees, so much cooler temperatures on the way tomorrow, still slightly above seasonal. Could see some light scatter flurries Thursday and through Friday, and that's when the cold snap pushes through. It's Friday and through Saturday, and then even next week. So daytime highs of -2 and -3 into Friday and Saturday. Overnight lows dropping almost down to the minus double digits, so almost -10 overnight Friday. As we head into Sunday, slightly warmer. However, we are expecting some messy weather. We could see upwards of 5 centimeters of snow.
Weather brought to you by Manotick Place Retirement Community, a community you can call home.
And here's a look at your drive-in. Again, slippery driving conditions. We're seeing some rain to start off your day. Could see a light drizzle out there as well, but so far so good on your roads. We are collision-free, and we're not seeing any major delays.
Traffic brought to you by Presler Injury Lawyers, 1-800-JUSTICE.
And coming up a little bit later on Your Morning Ottawa, I'm paying a visit to Magic of Lights at Wesley Clover Parks with a special guest. That's coming up a little bit later on. We'll take a peek outside through our sky cam, and as Melissa mentioned, it is rain-filled out there, slippery, wet road conditions, but a well above seasonal high. For now, it will not be lasting as we head into the weekend. Stay with us, everybody. A jam-packed show. It is 6:40 on your Wednesday. Welcome back. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Here are the big stories that we're following today on Your Morning Ottawa. Ottawa City Council is meeting this morning and will be voting on whether to purchase a new landfill in the East End. New, larger school zone signs meant to be installed after the province banned speed cameras have arrived, but it turns out they are too big to fit on the city's poles. And the Ontario government has introduced a justice bill that includes harsher penalties for dangerous and impaired drivers. Full details coming up. We'll see what the next couple of days looks like in the forecast, Melissa.
We're dealing with some wet weather to start off your Wednesday morning, so some light scattered showers out there this morning. We will continue to see that into your day ahead. Very warm. 8 degrees is the high later on this afternoon, so temps way above seasonal later on today. 3 is the high for tomorrow, so back down to almost normal conditions as we head into Thursday. Then Friday is chilly with the high of only -2, and we are expecting some light scattered flurries Thursday and through Friday. On your drive in this morning, despite the rain, traffic is actually looking fairly decent. We're just starting to see a few delays if you're heading in the eastbound lanes on the 417. It's a little heavier Richmond in through Woodruff this hour. Will.
All right, today throughout the show, we're going to be visiting Magic of Lights. We're going to take you through a tour of what you can expect and some new additions included this year to get you in that festive feeling spirit. Plus, I had a special guest. All right, everyone, it's time to get festive throughout the next couple of hours. Throughout the show today, we are at the Magic of Lights at the beautiful Wesley Clover Parks. Karen Sparks joins me this evening. How are you?
Great to be here, Will.
It's so wonderful. I love Christmas. It's no secret to everybody. This is such a great year, and it's 10 years with Magic of Lights here.
I can't believe it, 10 years.
It's so amazing. Tell me a little bit about Magic of Lights for people that aren't aware.
Well, so Magic of Lights is about a 20-minute drive-through. It's festive. There's over 2 million LED lights. We have sections. It's such a great thing to do with the family. I go every year with my own family, and it's just so fun. There's over 2 million lights, and it just couldn't be more fun.
And you stay nice and cozy in the car, and you got the Christmas music playing to get you in the mood. but there's a charitable component over the last 10 years as well, and this year it's all about the CHEO Foundation.
That's right. We made a 10-year pledge to the CHEO Foundation, so proceeds will go to the Kids These Days campaign. So it's such an important part, especially this time of year.
And when does it run to for people that have already seen this and go, we got to go there?
We opened on Friday, and it's going to go all the way to January 3rd. So the people that don't get the Christmas, they can go for New Year's too.
Oh yeah, we could sit here and talk all day, but we got to show you. But do you mind if I bring a friend?
Of course.
Mom, come on in.
Hi.
Mom, should we head in?
Let's do it.
Woo! Woo!
I love that so much, Will. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to see more of your mom.
She was so great. I actually think she's going to steal my job. She did such a good job. She was asking good interview questions.
Oh,
and we're
it runs
very,
in the family.
It does. And we're very similar where we love this holiday season. So she was very excited and she crushed it as per usual.
Oh, I can't wait to watch more. Well, today on Your Morning Ottawa, we are asking you for your comments on Christmas fun in the capital. We wanted to know, what is your favorite local Christmas activity to do right here in our city? And here's what some of you had to say.
Yeah, Candy says, huh?
Oh, there we go.
Lights.
Yay.
Hey.
So Candy's going to love today's segments then of you taking a tour with your mom.
Oh, yeah.
Sherry says, growing up, my foster mom used to take us kids to go see various neighborhoods, like Melissa mentioned, Taffy Lane. We took our kids a few years ago for the Magic of Lights. Will, I suggest you do both.
Yeah, so I'll obviously be doing that one for sure. And the Magic of Lights is so amazing. And again, it doesn't matter if it's cool. You stay inside, you got the Christmas music going on. It's so fun.
That's right. There is a pit stop if you wanted to get out. But
there certainly
you don't
is.
Have to.
Brandy says my favorite activity to do is people watching.
Oh,
yes.
I love that.
How could we forget about
the honesty.
that? It is absolutely amazing. Some of the ridiculous things people do when they think no one is watching, and there's usually always at least one person watching.
I love that, Brandy. That's amazing. Well, Jennifer says we look forward every early December to the Living Nativity at Abiding Word Church down the road in Innis on Orleans. It's great to see the kids take part, and they have live farm animals, tradition Christmas hymns, and you get a little bit of hot chocolate inside afterwards. That sounds great.
Oh, especially that hot chocolate. As soon as you just hear that word, don't you just kind of want to taste a little bit?
Great. I love that they have this. I might have to go check that out because we live in Orleans, so it doesn't seem like it's too far away from us.
I love this. Thank you to our viewers. Chloe says my favorite Christmas activity to do is going to Magic of Lights with my family. We always have a very fun time all together. It is. I love that it's such a staple, you know, in 10 years this year. So it's so amazing. You know, it supported the SENS Foundation earlier and now the CHEO Foundation. So you get in that Christmas joy all for a good cause.
Absolutely. And it is so nice because you can stay in your car like you mentioned. So even if it's like a snowy day or cold, it's like you're in the comfort of your car. You can have, you know, the warm weather on. You turn on the Christmas music. It's just, it's a blast.
Oh, it's so great. So we'll be hearing from you maybe a little bit later on in the show. We are asking you for your comments on your favorite Christmas event here in the capital. We want to know, what is it? Because I got to do them all. Let us know. Your Morning Ottawa at ctv.ca.
Well, coming up next on Your Morning Ottawa, UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer was forced to apologize to some school teachers during a visit to a classroom yesterday. We'll tell you what he did and why just ahead. Here's a live look from our Skycam on George Street this morning. Yes, a dark start to your day and wet out there. We're seeing some scattered showers to kick off your Wednesday morning.
Frontline Credit Union and the Ottawa firefighters are so proud to support the Toy Mountain this year.
New unwrapped toys can be dropped off at any Ottawa Fire Services station or Frontline Credit Union locations.
Frontline Credit Union, Ottawa firefighters, and Toy Mountain helping families this holiday season.
Join us next week as we highlight the local charities that support our community.
Live Local Giving Week on CTV Your Morning Ottawa. Brought to you in part by Kelly Funeral Homes and Capital Funeral Home and Cemetery.
And it is time now for your morning fix. And Britain's Prime Minister Keir Starmer may have gotten himself detention for encouraging a classroom of children to participate in a viral trend. Take a look.
Oh, it's not on the same page.
6-7. Yeah. 6-7. Everybody. 6-7.
Are you doing page 6, 7? That's a bit wild.
Stuff for that lovely 6, 7. You know, children get into trouble for saying that in our school.
Oh, do they?
So,
right.
yeah, they're lovely
Well,
children in year 2.
yeah, there they are. Sorry about that.
Whoopsies. Starmer encouraged the classroom of kids to do the 6-7, 6-7 dance, only to be told by their teachers afterwards that the children are actually forbidden from doing that in the classroom. And we know 6-7 has been a massive viral trend this year, even becoming Dictionary.com's word of the year. It was a Halloween costume this year. Like, I mean, it's been a phenom. And the kids were like, oh, I'll do it, haha, because we're allowed to do this. I love it.
It's so funny, right? Because like I feel like from I'm an uncle from that standpoint, where I might teach my niece and nephew something.
Yeah,
and then
the parents
are like, we're actually trying to get them to not do that.
doing
They go,
that.
oh, oops. But like, they're the hierarchy of like, supposed to be running everything.
Yeah,
So it's so
hilarious.
good.
Well, a rescue squad was able to untangle a humpback whale from 42 meters of fishing gear before it set off for its annual migration. So last week, a mariner spotted 2 humpback whales near Pender Island, one of which had a buoy trailing behind her. American teams responded and attached a tracker buoy to follow its movements overnight. The whale, known as Eugenia, ended up in Canadian waters near Jordan River, and it looked like she could be starting her migration to Hawaii. When responders got there, they found the tracker buoy floating on the surface along with gear Eugenia had been tangled in, and they think dragged her from the tracker buoy helped pull the gear off the whale.
There's over 20 cases where we've showed up and to the gear, the satellite buoy, and there's been all the entangling gear on it, and that's along the U.S. West Coast, East Coast, and Alaska and Hawaii. So a lot of it happens a lot more than we think. It is the easiest way and safest way to do it. You don't have to get up close and try and make cuts on the gear. So it's a great outcome.
And Canadian teams weren't available for the response, but gave the go-ahead for the American crews to work in Canadian waters and free this poor whale.
Oh, I love though when you can find things like that to free them and come up with ideas, because it is so often we hear a story like this, tangled in something or injured in an accident. And we're taking proactive measures to free those animals because they're helpless at that point.
Canadians and Americans working together.
Yeah, we always love that, don't we?
Absolutely. Well, the names for 2 new Komodo dragons at the Toronto Zoo have been chosen. The 2 siblings will now be called Raya and Como. The names were selected after more than 10,000 votes were cast online. The zoo says Raya has already been introduced into her new habitat. However, Como is set to remain in the zoo's Wildlife and Health Science Center for some time before eventually being rotated into the habitat.
I love that. Every time like a zoo does name tests, so many people like enter in like what they think, and I feel like those are killer names for Komodo dragons.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they fit great.
Well, coming up in the next hour, we have Councillor Tim Tierney joining us to talk about speeding sign mishap.
Plus, we get some great holiday gift ideas from Perfect Books Ottawa, and we are paging Dr. Paul to talk about how you can prevent the spread of infections this respiratory virus season. Let's take a peek outside through our Centennial glass. We'll call it rain cam into this early morning. Rain, not snow for today, but maybe some snowfall arriving as we enter our brand new and last month of the year. Stay with us, everybody. We'll be right back.
The magic of the holidays is here, and this year the need is greater than ever.
Let's ensure every child in our community feels the joy with CTV and Move 100's Toy Mountain.
Together with the Salvation Army, we can help spread cheer and make a child's wish come true.
Drop off any new unwrapped toy to the designated drop-off locations or make a monetary donation online.
For all the details, visit toymountain.ca, presented by Donnelly Automotive Group.
CTV and TSN 1200 want you to be the Myers Automotive Group Team of the Week. Your team could win $1,000 for new equipment, tournament fees, or an incredible team party.
Shoot us a quick video uploaded at ctvottawa.ca. Whether it's hockey, ringette, choir, band, or any team in between. Each week, the winning team will join us live in studio at CTV Ottawa at 6 to claim their prize.
Enter today for your chance to be Myers Automotive Group Team of the Week.
It's Wednesday, November 26th.
They got to be installed 4 feet deep with poured concrete bases, 7 feet above the ground to ensure people don't hit their heads or children hide behind them, creating safety risk. And it requires essentially a crane to put them in.
The province has provided signs to deter drivers from speeding at former photo radar sites, but the signs are too big for the posts.
The province moves to enforce tougher penalties for dangerous and impaired drivers after a tragic collision earlier this year.
And experience the magic of lights. I got a chance to check out this great local holiday favorite for a wonderful cause. Your Morning Ottawa continues right now. Hi, Mom. Good morning, everybody, and happy Wednesday. I'm Will Aiello.
I'm Alyssa Lamb, and Rosie is off for today.
She is off, but we do have a special guest appearing in the Magic of Light segments you might have seen there.
Yeah.
It looks maybe a little similar to me.
A little similar to you. I love that you took your mom out with you. That's so cute. I took my kids a few years ago, so nice to bring the family with you on a special assignment.
Yeah, it's so fun because like this holiday season, it's so great to get into that joyous, festive mood.
Yeah.
And me and her, like mother and I, we love the Christmas season. Like we're the two that celebrate like all the holidays. And yeah, that will continue throughout the show. All right, we'll start with our news headlines. The speed cameras are gone, and the province has promised to replace them with new signs. But the city of Ottawa has hit a snag since the signs that are provided are too big to be mounted on the city's standard posts. That's 6-foot-tall Ottawa councillor Tim Tierney lying down on one of the new signs, which can be up to 12 feet tall, higher than other municipalities, because they must be bilingual.
They got to be installed 4 feet deep with poured concrete bases, 7 feet above the ground to ensure people don't hit their heads or children hide behind them, creating safety risk. And it requires essentially a crane to put them in.
And we'll be speaking with Tim coming up. The city says it is working with the province on a solution to install the signs as soon as possible. But once they do go up, they are only temporary and will need to be replaced by permanent signs that will have flashing lights. Those will have to be on by next September.
The province is pushing ahead with tougher penalties for dangerous and impaired drivers, following through on a promise Premier Doug Ford made to a grieving family. The Premier met with the family of a father of 3 who was killed in a crash on the 401 in August and promised harsher penalties for dangerous drivers. As part of the larger justice reform bill tabled yesterday at Queen's Park, lifetime driving bans would be issued for anyone convicted of dangerous driving causing death, and a number of fines will also increase.
It does not matter whether it's alcohol or cannabis or prescription drugs or illicit drugs or just not paying attention. When people recklessly endanger others, they will be held accountable.
Police would also be able to immediately suspend the license of drivers for 90 days and impound a vehicle if they suspect dangerous driving.
A groundbreaking ceremony in Ottawa's West End could be looking to shatter what some say has the city's tech plateau.
The technologies we're building are building higher speed networks, more robust networks to fight against nefarious actors, quantum secure networks, so that networks are built in a secure fashion, so that as quantum computing comes online and bad actors are going to attack networks, that we will be building networks that are secure and safe and trusted by not only the Canadian government, but by Canadians.
Nokia is looking to build a new campus in the Canada North Business Park. The campus will span nearly 750,000 square feet. The goal is to have it ready for the use in about 3 to 4 years. This is said to solidify Ottawa as one of this country's major tech hubs, especially as Canada looks to get ahead of the curve of artificial intelligence.
The Prime Minister is admitting that he used a poor choice of words when he responded, "Who cares?" when asked Sunday about the last time he spoke to U.S. President Donald Trump.
I made a promise to Canadians. When I make a mistake, I'll admit it. That was a poor choice of words about a serious issue.
Mark Carney is considering a trip to Washington next week for a World Cup event. OC Transpo is exploring how artificial intelligence could be used to monitor the transit network. Staff are reviewing ways the technology could help with real-time detection for OC Transpo security cameras. AI could flag unusual behaviors caught on CCTV, such as assaults, vandalism, and emergencies, and notify special constables. Staff would provide counselors with an update.
Ottawa's largest school board has posted a higher than expected budget deficit for the 2024-25 school year. It's the fourth straight year the board's budget is in the red. A report shows the Ottawa-Carleton District School Board finished the school year with a $5.4 million deficit. That's higher than it had projected in December of last year. The OCDSB has been under provincial oversight since June. A supervisor is conducting a thorough review of the board's spending. Canadian Olympic swimmer Penny Alexiak has been banned from competition for 2 years for an anti-doping rule violation. The International Testing Agency says that she's committed 3 whereabouts failures between October 2024 and June 2025. A whereabouts failure is defined as any combination of 3 missed tests or filing failures in a 12-month period. Alexiak has said they were inadvertent errors and she has not used banned substances. The suspension ends July 14th, 2027, right before the Summer Olympics in LA in 2028.
This super athlete has set a pair of world records after finishing off 7 ultra marathons.
Christian Brown Johnson set a new record for the fastest average time to run 7 50-kilometer ultramarathons on 7 continents. He also broke a record by pulling all of that off in just 6 days, 10 hours, and 24 minutes.
How? Wow, the extra challenge is the conditions for these marathons. Some were run in nearly 35-degree heat, and the one in Antarctica in lows of minus 27 degrees Celsius. You saw the snow, and then you saw the heat and the palm trees. That's incredible. And then that time span. Wild.
Like the recovery after just doing like one marathon, you know, like what it puts your body through, both physically but also mentally, to push the barriers to keep going when your body says no, and to do that so fast and so frequently, that is amazing.
Well, we do have your weather picture of the day today, and this was sent to us from Ingrid. Hoarfrost morning. So this is when we saw the frost a couple weeks ago. We saw that light frost that just kind of lingered on the trees. Thank you so much, Ingrid, for sending that in to us.
Weather picture brought to you by Box Me Up. Moving, staging, renovating, just box me up.
And of course, we would love to see your pictures. Send them to us, weathershots@ctv.ca. Again, that's weathershots@ctv.ca, and you could be featured right here on the show. In our forecast this morning, we're seeing some wet weather to start off your day. So some light scattered showers out there this morning. Today's high is 8 degrees, well above that seasonal, which is 2 degrees. So we should be sitting at around 2. We will be well above that. And the sun down at 4:23 p.m. this evening. So a very short day in the forecast. Light spotty showers out right now. That's what we started seeing in the overnight, and we'll continue to see throughout the morning. Could see some drizzle mixed in there as well this morning. Changing to rain into the afternoon. So we're expecting this rain to last off and on throughout the day ahead. Some breaks from the rain, so you may get out for recess today for the kids looking at their recess forecast. However, it will be a little bit wet continuing in through our evening and not clearing up until about 10 o'clock tonight. Then tomorrow and through Friday, we could see some flurries, and that's because temperatures back down to seasonal and a little bit below seasonal as we head up to the end of the work week. Already sitting at 2 degrees here this morning, so quite mild to start off your day. Same with the Montreal, Trenton, Kingston sitting at 8 and 9 degrees, 6 degrees out in Brockville. So a very mild start to your morning. Temperatures already above the freezing mark throughout most of the region today, and double-digit temps on the way for some areas. Down in Trenton, Kingston, 12 degrees is your high this afternoon, 10 for Bancroft, Kemptville, 8 is the high out along the Seaway, 7 in Kittigat, Zibi. So some mild conditions for us throughout the day ahead. If kids are waiting for the school bus this morning, of course, temps sitting at 2 degrees and a chance of those showers or that drizzle. So make sure you grab your umbrella this morning because you will need it throughout the remainder of the day, even on your way home. 3 is the high for tomorrow, and again, we could see some flurries Thursday and through Friday. A cold front moving through Friday and through the weekend forecast. Daytime highs below the freezing mark, -3 for Saturday. At least we'll get to see some sunshine. Overnight lows quite chilly as well, almost reaching lows of -10. As we head into Sunday, we could see more snow on the way, upwards of 5 centimeters.
7-day weather forecast brought to you by Davidson Hearing Aid Centers, celebrating over 80 years in family business.
And we do have a collision this morning, 417 westbound at the Vanier Parkway. We're seeing slowdowns now, Cerebral to Nicholas and eastbound Richmond right through to Island Park.
Well, the province has provided the city with signage to encourage drivers not to speed at former photo radar camera sites. But there's a big problem. The signs are too big. Here's City Councillor Tim Tierney to tell us a little bit more about that, or as I like to say this morning, we've given ourselves the Blue Brothers.
The Blue Brothers, that's right.
I like that. And I want to get to the speed cameras, but I also want to talk about your diagnosis journey because you've been very vulnerable and have opened up about that recently.
Yeah, I feel it's important. And thanks for wearing blue. It's just pure coincidence. Blue represents Diabetes Month. Very critical for people with type 2 diabetes, type 1 diabetes. And I discovered it 2 years ago, actually. I'll be coming a little more on this. I was in hospital for 6 days during Christmas and discovered I was having major issues. I was losing vision. I was losing feeling in my feet. There was something going wrong with me. Since then, I haven't had a drink, modified my diet, went through an insulin regime, and now gotten to a point where it's under control. I feel very good. I've actually turned the clock back 10 years and have lost a lot of weight. And I want to thank my wife, Jenny, and my family for supporting me on this journey. It continues for life, but at the same time, I know I'm not alone. And it's actually, I feel happy that I've been diagnosed. I wish I would have known sooner. I never knew anything about this. And I think a lot of people need that education and awareness. It helps you, and you feel a lot better at the end of the day.
I agree. Well, I'm so happy to hear, Tim, that you're starting to feel better, and I love that you're opening up because it helps so many people get out of maybe a little bit of stigma. So appreciate you sharing that journey with us.
Thank you.
Okay, let's get to the science because you can't make this stuff up. Okay, we've had some controversy with the photo radar cameras being taken out of the city for what Doug Ford called a cash grab. We have some new signs, but they don't fit.
They don't fit. And you think, well, this is actually the one that I mocked up, and I thought this was comically large. No, we could throw this away. This is not it. The signs that we actually have are much larger. They're 8 to 12 feet. Obviously, in your clips before, we have to concern ourselves with bilingualism in this city. So there's a lot of things. I think they're going by the seat of their pants on how we're going to do this. I'll give credit to our transportation department and Krista, daily on the phone with the ministry talking about how to install these very heavy, that you have to put concrete in the ground to be able to mount these poles because lawyers rule the world and you don't want a sign to fall on anyone. Brenda Hollingsworth, I'm looking at you. So we want to make sure that we have these things properly installed. There's a lot of planning that is required to be able to install these signs.
Yeah, and these ones are temporary. The permanent ones expected to go in by September. But recently you attended the city summit. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I went down to the National League of Cities, and this is in the States. So we have a group called the FCM. We represent 2,000 member municipalities in Canada. I'm the vice president. I will be president of FCM next year. In the States, they have one called the National League of Cities. 3,000 member municipalities. I got to get down there and speak to thousands of American politicians about tariffs, about the impacts locally on their life, and how they really do want to continue that friendship with us. I think that's critical because a lot of people don't understand. They hear the bluster from the federal levels. Well, at the municipal level, we're there just to get the job done. We don't care about who said what, whose feelings were hurt. We just want to get right into it and talk about the trade that is missing between our borders right now, the opportunities that are missing. I've spoken to mayors of West Hollywood. I spoke to the mayors of all the way down in Florida, in Georgia areas. It's good conversations that will continue, and they've actually said, we're going to come up to Canada and send a delegation up and continue that relationship because we want to be part of the solution, not part of the problem.
Well, we'd love to hear that, some positivity that we can look forward to in the future, and we appreciate you opening up about your journey, as well as bringing this is the small sign.
This is small.
This is the small sign, but appreciate your time as always, Tim.
Thanks so much, Will.
Melissa, over to you.
Well, coming up, we have you covered for the Ultimate Book Gift Guide. Our guest is standing by in the Your Morning Ottawa Lazy Boy Lounge, and we'll have those details coming up next. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Skycam this morning. A wet start to your day, but warm. Temps sitting at 2 degrees with a high of 8 this afternoon.
Well, welcome Welcome back, everybody. You can join a community run this Saturday to help collect new socks for the Ottawa Mission. Joining us today to tell us a little bit about how you can donate those socks is Peter Tilley, CEO of the Ottawa Mission. And we got Stephen joining us, the co-lead of Socks Your Runoff. Good morning to you both.
Good morning, bro.
I love this, and you can see shortly, I love socks. I've got my Christmas socks on right now. But this is a little bit different.
Bright, but...
Hey, all right. Tell us a little bit about this campaign.
Sure. So we've been doing this for a few years, but this time we're really trying to up the ante. We're trying to bring in 1,000 new pairs of socks for the Ottawa Mission. Ashley White is the original motivator behind this, and I've been helping her out. We're going to be doing it on Saturday, this Saturday, 10 a.m. at Little Victories, which is 44 Elgin Street. Everyone is welcome. Runners, non-runners, walkers, join in and bring socks.
I love that. You know, you get a little workout, you get a community build, and it's all for a good cause. Peter, talk about the demand because, you know, you hope to get 1,000 socks. How important is that towards the organization?
It's amazing to have, Will, because everybody thinks of what are the needs as we go into the winter months, what are the needs to get us through January, February, and people often think of coats. They think of boots. They often forget socks. My second day on the job, I'll never forget a poor gentleman in the hallway with his socks off over a vent, and I ran out to my car and got my gym bag and got out a pair of white socks and ran in and gave him those, and the gratitude he had. And it just occurred to me, what would it be like to walk around all day with a pair of wet socks inside your boots on days like this that we see today? So thanks to Stephen and Ashley for thinking of that, and the quality socks we see here. How great is that? Somebody's going to have warm feet throughout these cold Canadian winter months.
Yeah, so you mentioned the cold Canadian winter months, and if you have ever had your hands or feet cold, you know that once those go, it's almost game over. So I love that the socks are being provided because it just provides you with that warmth. Now let's get back to the run. Tell me about what we can expect if people want to come out and support.
Sure, it's all ages, all fitness levels. It's a 5K run. It's done in conjunction with Slowpokes, which is one of our great community run clubs. It's going to be along the canal. It's going to be beautiful. The weather's going to be fantastic on Saturday. So just come on out, 10 a.m. We're also going to have from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. a big sock box so people can do the drop then.
I love that, the sock box. And is there any specific socks that you guys are really looking for, or is it just anything this time of year?
Well, I say anything, but I'm going to defer to Peter.
No, the thick ones are good, but anything like this, look at these brands, the quality, anything to keep people's feet warm along this line would be great. So just think of ourselves, what we put on our feet when we go out in the winter, it'd be the same thing we'd happily accept any donations of good socks.
It's so great. What a wonderful, fun idea to bring people together and provide a much needed element for this time of year. Stephen and Peter, we really appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you.
Will. Well, we'll send things over to you.
Well, whether you're shopping for yourself or the book lover on your list, we have some great ideas for you this morning. Michael Vardy is here from Perfect Books with a book for everybody on your list this holiday season. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Okay, let's start with some great reads for ourselves. And you literally have something for every single person today.
Yes. We do. We have, first of all, we have one of my favorite seasonal Christmas books is Charlie Brown's Christmas.
Who
doesn't like Charlie Brown's Christmas? This is a special gift edition.
Okay.
And then we have some children's books here.
I love that.
There's Wab Canoe's book, which is fantastic. One of my favorite ones is Sandra Boynton, A Dance with Santa Claus. That is just, for the young ones, that is just a wonderful story. And to get the kids in the seasonal spirit, a Santa Claus is coming to Canada.
Cute.
And now we have some other ideas. First of all is a puzzle, a Myrtle seasonal puzzle.
Oh.
This is a great, Myrtle is a fantastic puzzle now. Now these are Christmas ghost stories.
Christmas
awesome
ghost stories.
For stocking stuffers.
Oh, look at that.
And it is a small format book, and you can read it anywhere. And these are often classic authors.
I love
we have
that.
a seasonal mystery, and down here we have a Christmas romance.
A Christmas. We got to have a little Christmas romance book. That's amazing.
That's it.
Something for everybody on your list, which I absolutely love. Now, you also have some great gift ideas for us as well.
Yeah, I brought a few just coffee table gift ideas. A couple of my favorite ones this year. This one is
this one here?
an illustrated history of the National Film Board of Canada.
Okay.
And it is a fantastic book, a great retrospective, and anybody who's into film or arts, this would be the book to get, I think.
Interesting.
And another illustrative book is this Edward Gorey. I am a huge fan of Edward Gorey. And this is the centenary of Edward Gorey, and the illustrations and the production of this book is truly amazing.
Look at that.
And anybody that is interested in art, illustration, or even whimsy, this is the book.
Okay. Very great gift idea. That would look great on a coffee table as well.
That's it. And this is another children's book, and the Little Witch Hazel. Little Witch Hazel in 4 different seasons.
Okay.
And again, the illustrations for this one are just
beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful.
Stunning.
And she lives in the forest, and yeah.
Cute. A great gift idea. Okay, and then last but not least, Sorry Not Sorry.
Yeah, Mark
Obviously
Critch's,
very Canadian.
Mark Critch's new book just out yesterday.
Okay,
and
so
that would
brand
be
new.
wonderful for anybody.
Hot off the press.
Yeah.
Amazing. And where are you located for people looking to visit you?
We're at 258 Elgin Street at Elgin and Somerset.
And you literally have something for everybody on your list, whether you want a good book for yourself or some great gift ideas, and so many others to choose from as well.
And the store is fully stocked, and this is a bustling time of year and the best time to be in the bookstore.
Amazing. Well, thank you again, Michael, for joining us today. Will.
So fun. Love those book covers. Well, coming up next on Your Morning Ottawa, it is that time of year where more and more people are calling in sick. So what we're doing today, we are paging Dr. Paul this morning to get his advice on preventing the spread of infection. That's coming up a little bit later on in our show. Let's take a peek outside at our Skycam on George Street. Starting to see some daylight out there, and temperatures 8-degree high this afternoon. So any snowfall that's left, likely to say goodbye, and warm temperatures for now as rain continues, snow and cold into the weekend. Full details coming up. It is 7:25. Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Saint Laurent is proud to once again be part of Toy Mountain this holiday season.
Bring your new unwrapped toys to any Toy Mountain location like ours, conveniently located right by Center Court.
Saint Laurent and Toy Mountain helping families this holiday season.
'Tis the season to lend a helping hand, Ottawa.
Join us for the CTV Your Morning Ottawa Food Drive on Friday, December 12th. We're teaming up with the Ottawa Food Bank to help our neighbors this holiday season.
Drop off your non-perishable food items at 87 George Street or make a monetary donation, allowing the Ottawa Food Bank to buy what's needed most when it's needed.
CTV Your Morning Ottawa Food Drive, December 12th, proudly sponsored by Doyle Saluski.
Thank you so much for joining us here today. I am Melissa Lamb.
I'm Will Yellow. Rosie is off today, so we got you covered on everything from joyous Christmas adventures that will continue throughout the show at Magic Lights.
Yes.
To some nasty weather conditions for this time of year.
And now we're less than a month away until the big day. It's wild. The countdown is officially on at my house.
It's hard to believe that we're already there, and the next week we are into the month of December.
Right.
It feels like November's kind of just flown by.
Yeah, and our elf on the shelf should be arriving shortly. So
yay!
Our little chippy's coming soon.
Lots to look forward to. We'll get right to our news headlines. And new larger school zone signs meant to be installed after the province banned speed cameras. They've arrived, but it turns out they are too big to fit on the city's poles.
Typical bureaucratic planning, let's say. I don't think the signage will work as well as speed cameras. I don't think they've thought things through.
They're obnoxious, but sometimes people need to have a slap in the face that's bigger than life to make them wake up.
Don't see what they're doing. Like, how can you have a bigger sign for a post that it doesn't fit? Doesn't make sense to me.
In a statement, the city says it is working with the province on a solution to install the new signs as soon as possible. Once the signs do go up, they are only temporary. They'll need to be replaced again by permanent signs that will have flashing lights. Those will have to be in place by next September. Ottawa City Council is meeting this morning and will be voting on whether to purchase a new landfill in the East End. The site is called Capital Region Resource Recovery Center and is located at the intersection of Highway 417 and Boundary Road. City staff say the potential purchase is a rare opportunity since it takes 15 years to secure the approvals for a landfill. Ottawa's current landfill at Trail Road will reach capacity in the next 10 to 15 years.
The province is pushing ahead with tougher penalties for dangerous and impaired drivers, following through on a promise Premier Doug Ford made to a grieving family. The Premier met with the family of a father of 3 who was killed in a crash on the 401 in August and promised harsher penalties for dangerous drivers. As part of the larger justice reform bill tabled yesterday at Queen's Park, lifetime driving bans would be issued for anyone convicted of dangerous driving, causing death, and a number of fines will also increase.
It does not matter whether it's alcohol or cannabis or prescription drugs or illicit drugs or just not paying attention. When people recklessly endanger others, they will be held accountable.
Police would also be able to immediately suspend the license of drivers for 90 days and impound a vehicle if they suspect dangerous driving.
Holiday shopping is in full swing, but a new RBC poll warns Canadians may be more confident than careful when it comes to spotting scams. The survey finds 86% of Canadians believe they can identify a scam, yet 1 in 4 has still fallen victim. Many expect this year to be even worse, with AI-powered scams making fraud harder and harder to detect. The poll has also showed nearly 1 in 5 Canadians have accidentally visited a fake shopping website just in the past year. Canada's steel and softwood lumber industries are expected to get some more help from the government.
There are sectors, the auto sector, the steel sector, the lumber sector, the aluminum sector, that are under pressure. We care. We're acting in those sectors. There will be announcements this week to further support.
Prime Minister Mark Carney is expected to announce new measures this afternoon that could include cutting limits on the amount of steel that can be imported into the country from nations that don't have a free trade agreement with Canada. There is also expected to be more financial aid for steel companies, workers, and the softwood lumber industry.
Provincial police say a child is in hospital after they were hit by a car while getting off the school bus. This happened on Highway 17 in Ralphton, about 2.5 hours northwest of Ottawa, near Deep River. Police say the child was taken to hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
U.S. President Donald Trump says his special envoy will go to Moscow next week to meet with Russia's president to discuss ending the war in Ukraine. This comes as the release of Russian missiles and drones in Kyiv killed at least 7 people, and a Ukrainian attack on southern Russia killed 3 people. U.S. officials are meeting with Ukrainian officials later this week.
Police in France have made 4 more arrests in connection with the brazen daylight jewelry heist at the Louvre last month. 2 men and 2 women are in custody, although the Paris prosecutors has yet to reveal what role they played in the robbery. On October 19th, thieves made off with French crown jewels worth well over $100 million. So far, there's still no word on trace of the stolen jewels. A graduate student at McGill University believes woolly mammoth once roamed parts of Quebec and eastern Canada.
And what's interesting is that range maps that have been made for woolly mammoths typically don't include Quebec or really most of eastern Canada. But with this discovery, we sort of confirmed that they were around, at least at that time period.
So, this is all based on the discovery of a mammoth tooth found in northeastern Quebec. It was found in 1878 and was thought to be a Columbia mammoth at the time.
A re-examination shows it was actually a woolly mammoth. This makes it the most northeasterly woolly mammoth found in North America. Like, look at those things. It's wild.
It is wild. It's so cool, too. I know we talk about this on the show all the time when we see discoveries like this, about the people, the paleontologists, everyone that's able to identify something like that and then show us details on where it was, what it was, and how it came to be. It's just, it's so fascinating.
They're like giant furry elephants with long tusks.
Giant furry elephants.
That's what it looked like.
That's exactly what it looks like. Them just roaming around the city. Can you imagine those around here?
No. No.
Oh, man.
No, I can't. I cannot.
Trucking through the snow or the showers today, perhaps?
Oh, yeah. It'd be wet for the woolly mammoths today in their fur, hair, whatever it may be. We're seeing that showers, drizzle this morning, wet weather into the afternoon. So, unfortunately, a bit of a soggy day, but at least temperatures are very warm into the day ahead. This is the last kind of warm day we will see for quite some time. So if you like the milder weather, enjoy it. Still seeing some soggy conditions this morning, so some drizzle, some light showers. We will continue to see that throughout the morning hours and into the afternoon. Rain on the way for today. Still some breaks from the rain, though, into your day ahead, so not a complete wash. We will see a couple of breaks later on this afternoon. Everything will clear up tonight around 10 o'clock, cloudy into the overnight. But then into your day tomorrow, we could see some more scattered flurries in the forecast. So cooler temperatures Thursday and through Friday, which means instead of rain, we will see some light snow on the way. Nothing that will accumulate too much, under a centimeter of snow expected for Thursday and through Friday, but we do have some accumulation on the way into Sunday. Temps still sitting at 2 degrees here in the city. It's 4 in Cornwall, 6 down in Brockville, 8 so far in Kingston, 9 in Trenton, so very mild temperatures down south of us. As we look at our recess forecast today, I know kids are looking if they're going to get outside for recess. You may be able to get outside for recess since we will see some breaks in the rain into your afternoon, but there is still a chance of those scattered showers this morning. Temperatures hovering around 5 degrees throughout your morning recess. Then this afternoon, quite warm, 6 and 8 degrees by 1 o'clock this afternoon, but could still see a little bit of wet weather on the way later on this afternoon. Over the next couple of days, a little mixture of everything on the way for us. Some warm weather, some cold weather, some rain, some snow. Tomorrow, cooler conditions, more average for this time of the year with a high of 3 degrees. Light snowflakes in the forecast for tomorrow. Then Friday, chilly day in the forecast for us. We're having a cold front that is pushing through, bringing cold temperatures Friday and through Saturday. Overnight lows Friday almost down to -10. So chilly overnight Friday. It will stay cold in the day on Saturday, even though we will get to see a bit of sunshine. Then Sunday's the day we could see some snow, upwards of 5 centimeters on the way. On your roads this morning, here's a live look at your time saver traffic, and we have slowdowns right now. 417 eastbound from Steerville to Nicholas, eastbound on Richmond to Island Park Drive. We're also dealing with heavier traffic right now.
Traffic brought to you by Presler Injury Lawyers. 1-800-JUSTICE.
Hey there, Lindsay Hamilton inside the Sports Center newsroom with your must-see moment from Tuesday. We are taking a trip to Montreal for this one. PWHL action, the Sirens and Victoire. In the third period, Abby Rock chases down the loose puck, shakes off her defender, buries it with a gorgeous goal. Rock, lovely little dangle, goes between the legs. 3 points in this one, but none bigger than that beauty. Definitely worthy of your must-see moment. Meanwhile, tonight on TSN, we've got Tangerine Raptors basketball for you as the Raps are looking for their 9th win in a row. They welcome the Pacers to town. It all gets going 7 p.m. Eastern on TSN 4. It's all for now from the Sports Center newsroom. Have a wonderful Wednesday.
Well, it's that time of year where more and more people are calling in sick. So we are paging Dr. Paul this morning to get his advice on preventing the spread of infection. He is standing by in the CTV Your Morning Ottawa Lazy Boy Lounge. Nice and cozy in there. We got some hand sanitizer. That's one of the reasons we can prevent it. We'll have more details from Dr. Paul coming up shortly. Taking a peek through our Centennial Glass sky cam. Ooh, a little foggy out there. Rain continues to fall in. 8 degrees. Our expected high this afternoon, but it is going to be a messy one. Still a lot to come on CTV Your Morning Ottawa. Stay with us, everyone. We'll be right back.
Well, it is that time of the year where more and more people are calling in sick. So we are paging Dr. Paul with more this morning to get his advice on preventing the spread of infection. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning.
All right, let's first talk about what we're dealing with right now in terms of respiratory viruses.
Yeah, well, a lot of people are getting sick with the common cold. It really is the common cold. It's not the flu. It's not COVID. It's not RSV. It's just the common cold, entero and rhinoviruses. Good news is that that is going down.
Okay.
Bad news is that the flu and RSV season are on its way.
Okay.
So I thought it was a good time to sort of talk about how to prevent the spread, because these are all respiratory germs.
Okay.
And they spread really from somebody coughing or sneezing. So if I cough and sneeze without covering my mouth or, you know, with my elbow or a tissue, I'm going to sneeze probably 7-8 feet away. It's going to spread.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
I know, it sounds gross. But
the little droplets, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So but even if I'm in a room alone, people will say, well, nobody's around me. Why should I cover my mouth?
Right.
Because if you sneeze, and let's say somebody would sneeze on this table, okay, and I leave, germ will last maybe a day or two.
Oh, that long.
Yeah, that long. So then you come along, and you touch the table,
and then I touch my face.
You touch your face, and there you go.
Oh.
So you kind of indirectly infect yourself,
Okay.
right? And so that's why we talk about washing your hands frequently.
Yes.
So there's direct spread. So by preventing direct spread, a couple of things to do. If you're sick, don't go out, obviously.
Okay, yeah.
That's one thing. Cough and sneeze into your sleeve or into a tissue and throw the tissue away. Wash your hands afterwards. But then be aware of the indirect spread. Because people may say, you know, I got sick, but I don't remember being in contact with anybody, right? Well, it's because maybe that individual, you know, shared a keyboard with you. So it's important to wash your hands, particularly when you're going to be touching your face. So when is that? Before and after meals. So that's true. So the more you, like, washing your hands is probably going to get rid of a lot of the risk, you know, involved. So that's why I'm telling people, even if you're alone, you know, have that what we call sneezing and cough etiquette, because these germs can last a couple of hours and sometimes up to 24 hours, depending on the germ.
Wow.
And so you don't know, and you can't see them.
It's true.
It's invisible.
So should we be disinfecting our surfaces regularly?
Yeah. So the other thing too is during this type of season, particularly if you're receiving people or have received people, disinfect your surfaces, commonly used surfaces, tabletops, doorknobs, shared desks, keyboards, you know, remote controls, all these things, even light switches, because again, everything can sort of harbor these germs, which are invisible.
Right.
So why take that chance? So the more you do that, the more you practice that etiquette, the less chances that you will get it, and the less chances that you'll transmit it.
Advice for us, because a lot of us will be visiting, you know, very public spaces like shopping centers and malls. Any advice for us in those facilities? Because it's not always convenient just to be washing your hands.
Well, that's the other thing too. You can have hand sanitizer with you. Okay.
That will help.
Yeah, and the other thing too that a lot of people are doing, and we'll talk about it in future shows about food safety, but you know, a lot of people have buffets.
Yes.
So what happens, right? You touch the spoon, you put it back, somebody else touches it. So what I tell people is before you go into a buffet,
wash your hands.
Wash your hands, or again, it's impractical, just put sanitizer and then afterwards, do it again.
Okay.
So
amazing.
It's really direct, be aware of that, and then indirect.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us today. And just really quickly, flu shots still important to get?
Flu shots, very important to get.
Okay.
RSV and COVID as well, depending on your age. Speak to your doctor, healthcare professional, or public health unit.
Amazing. Thank you so much for joining us today.
My pleasure.
We have lots more to come here on Your Morning Ottawa. We'll continue.
CTV and TSN 1200 want you to be the Myers Automotive Group Team of the Week. Your team could win $1,000 for new equipment, tournament fees, or an incredible team party.
Shoot us a quick video uploaded at ctvottawa.ca. Whether it's hockey, ringette, choir, band, or any team in between. Each week, the winning team will join us live in studio at CTV Ottawa at 6 to claim their prize.
Enter today for your chance to be Myers Automotive Group Team of the Week.
The National Capital Region is jam-packed with incredible experiences you don't want to miss. Hey, I'm Tanea Taylor, your iHeartRadio Weekender, powered by Barhaven Ford. Get the inside scoop on all the biggest and best events every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on CTV, Move 100, Pure Country 94, TSN 1200, and News Talk 580 CFRA. iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barhaven Ford, Ottawa's newest and largest Ford dealership, and Ontario's #1 Ford EV dealer.
Well, welcome back, everybody. We are going to continue to highlight the magic of light taking over Wesley Clover Parks. It's such a wonderful event celebrating 10 years with a lot of the funds going towards the CHEO Foundation. And we started just talking about a little bit of the details in segment 1. For segment 2, I couldn't do it alone. I had to do the drive-through with Mother by my side. All right, so now we are officially in the car. Are we ready?
We're ready.
Sure are. Woohoo! All right, here we go. Now, Mom, you got to make sure to let us know if you see anything you really like.
So far, I like it all.
we've had quite a few promposals in the tunnel and a couple marriage proposals.
What? Really?
Yeah, very insta-popular, as you can imagine. And usually the answer is yes, but, you know, I can't take responsibility for that.
If they say no, they got at least 15 more minutes of joyful music to go through. Mom, see all the candy canes?
Oh, yeah. Oh, they're so cool.
So we're coming up to a prehistoric Christmas. This year, prehistoric Christmas is bigger than it's ever been before. So lots of new dinosaurs, and as you can imagine, it's really popular with the kids.
Oh, for sure. I mean, look how big that T-Rex is right away. And what's so great about this, too, is, you know, you can see in the distance there, which we'll come up to, but, you know, kids are going through in the car and enjoying all this, but with the impact for CHEO as well, like it's helping children. And over the years, I'm sure you've seen the response from the CHEO Foundation about how great it is for the funds that are being used towards that.
Yeah, it's a natural partnership. You know, this time of year, giving and making sure that we're giving back to families that need it. And CHEO is such an important part of our community. And, you know, the other thing is we give funds to CHEO, but we also, to date, 2,500 families.
Wow.
CHEO families and staff have been through Magic of Lights.
Here we go, Mom. Longest tunnel in Canada.
Okay.
Is this the longest the tunnel's been over the past few years?
This is the longest we've ever had. It's one of the longest tunnels in Canada. It's definitely the longest in Ontario, and it's the longest we've ever had it.
So it's drive-through only. Is there a walking path?
Great question. So it took years for us to get this right, but the end of the route at the Mark Motors pit stop, you can park and you can get and do a little walking loop and also get all your treats.
Okay, so this is the last little bit here, and as you exit out, there's something, you're not quite done once you go through the drive-thru.
That's right. So if you want to continue, if you want to go back home, well, you're welcome to. But if you want to stop at the Mark Motors Holiday pit stop, you go left, you can park, and there's all sorts of stuff to do. My favorite part is the walking trail, so you can take the kids and do just a little loop and see the lights on foot. And my second favorite part is that beaver tail and a hot chocolate.
I think we gotta do that. Mom, what do you say?
Oh, I'm in.
Let's do it.
I love it. So much fun with your mom in the back seat.
She had a great time too. She was such a champion. You know, we Merce, our camera operator, brought along some Timbits too that we enjoyed throughout the car ride. The Christmas going on, and Mother, I said that she already wants to. You know, she says, "Where's the money?" You know,
Yeah.
Little diva already. But it was really special to have her come join me on
And that stop is so nice because you can get some, they have like hot chocolates and drinks and treats and stuff. So it's so nice to like stop and get a little treat on their way out.
Yeah, and you might see us enjoying some of those treats in the next one.
I'll have to stay tuned for more. I can't wait. And no milestones for today, but we want to celebrate with you. So if you have one, please send your birthday announcements. This is for kids 13 years old and younger. We also do birthdays for those turning 100 or more and wedding anniversaries for those celebrating 50 years or more. All you have to do, send us an email, your morning Ottawa milestones at ctv.ca, and we'll be sure to get your announcement on the air. And get ready for the most wonderful time of the year, Ottawa. Magic of Lights is back at Wesley Clover Parks for its 10th incredible season, running right through until January 3rd. A 2-kilometer drive-through with over 2 million twinkling lights. And of course, we have a chance for you to win a car pass to experience the magic for yourself. All you have to do to enter is just head to our contest page, ctvottawa.ca. Good luck, and Will's been giving us a fantastic tour today of all the sights and sounds and delicious eats you can enjoy. Here's a live look through our sky cam this morning. Still a dark start to your day. We're dealing with some scattered showers out there this morning. Temperatures reaching a high of 8 degrees this afternoon. Saint Laurent is proud to once again be part of Toy Mountain this holiday season.
Bring your new unwrapped toys to any Toy Mountain location like ours, conveniently located right by Center Court.
Saint Laurent and Toy Mountain helping families this holiday season.
'Tis the season to lend a helping hand, Ottawa.
Join us for the CTV Your Morning Ottawa Food Drive on Friday, December 12th. We're teaming up with the Ottawa Food Bank to help our neighbors this holiday season.
Drop off your non-perishable food items at 87 George Street or make a monetary donation, allowing the Ottawa Food Bank to buy what's needed most when it's needed.
CTV Your Morning Ottawa Food Drive, December 12th, proudly sponsored by Doyle Saluski.
It's Wednesday, November 26th.
They got to be installed 4 feet deep with poured concrete bases, 7 feet above the ground to ensure people don't hit their heads or children hide behind them, creating safety risk. And it requires essentially a crane to put them in.
The province has provided signs to deter drivers from speeding at former photo radar sites, but the signs are too big for the posts.
The province moves to enforce tougher penalties for dangerous and impaired drivers after a tragic collision earlier this year.
And experience the magic of lights. I got a chance to check out this local great holiday favorite for a wonderful cause. Your Morning Ottawa continues right now. Good morning, everybody, and happy Wednesday. I'm Will Aiello.
I'm Melissa Lamb, and Rosie is away for today.
She's off today, but we have a kind of co-host substitute. My mother has been joining us for the Magic of Lights tour this morning, and she had so much fun.
Oh, it was so great. I love it. I love that you made it a family event, a family outing.
Yeah, of course. You told me that you took your kids a couple of years ago, and I was like, okay, what can I do? And I said, Mama Bear, 100%.
Yeah, your dog would be barking probably too much at all the lights, right?
100%. Yeah, he would be a good Rudolph, I think, but Mother was a better choice, we'll call it, for
I love it.
Functionality reasons. We got one more stop to make, but before that, we're going to get to our news headlines. The speed cameras are gone, and the province has promised to replace them with new signs, but the City of Ottawa has hit a snag since the signs provided are too big to be mounted on the city standard posts. That's 6-foot-tall Ottawa councillor Tim Tierney lying down on one of those signs you see there. The new signs, which can be up to 12 feet tall, higher than other municipalities, because they must be bilingual.
They got to be installed 4 feet deep with poured concrete bases, 7 feet above the ground to ensure people don't hit their heads or children hide behind them, creating safety risk. And it requires essentially a crane to put them in.
The city says it is working with the province on a solution to install the signs as soon as possible. Once they go up, though, they're only temporary and will have to be replaced by permanent signs that will have flashing lights. Those will have to be in place by next September.
The province is pushing ahead with tougher penalties for dangerous and impaired drivers, following through on a promise Premier Doug Ford made to a grieving family. The Premier met with the family of a father of 3 who was killed in a crash on the 401 in August and promised harsher penalties for dangerous drivers as part of the larger justice reform bill tabled yesterday at Queen's Park. Lifetime driving bans would be issued for anyone convicted of dangerous driving and death, and a number of fines would also increase.
It does not matter whether it's alcohol or cannabis or prescription drugs or illicit drugs or just not paying attention. When people recklessly endanger others, they will be held accountable.
Police would also be able to immediately suspend the license of drivers for 90 days and impound a vehicle if they suspect dangerous driving.
A groundbreaking ceremony in Ottawa's West End could be looking to shatter what some say has been the city's tech plateau.
The technologies we're building are building higher speed networks, more robust networks to fight against nefarious actors, quantum secure networks, so that networks are built in a secure fashion, so that as quantum computing comes online and bad actors are going to attack networks, that we will be building networks that are secure and safe and trusted by not only the Canadian government, by Canadians.
Nokia is looking to build a new campus in the Canada North Business Park. The campus will span nearly 750,000 square feet. The goal is to have it ready for use in about 3 to 4 years. This is said to solidify Ottawa as one of the country's major tech hubs, especially as Canada looks to get ahead of the curve of artificial intelligence.
The Prime Minister is admitting that he used a poor choice of words when he responded, "Who cares?" when asked Sunday about the last time he spoke to U.S. President Donald Trump.
I made a promise to Canadians. When I make a mistake, I'll admit it. That was a poor choice of words about a serious issue.
Mark Carney is considering a trip to Washington next week for a World Cup event.
Ottawa's largest school board has posted a higher than expected budget deficit for the 2024-25 school year. It's the 4th straight year the board's budget is in the red. A report shows the Ottawa-Carleton District School Board finished the 2nd school year with $5.4 million in deficit. That's higher than it had projected in December of last year. The OCDSB has been under provincial oversight since June. A supervisor is conducting a thorough review of the board's spending.
A potential solution to Canada's housing crisis may have been built right here in Ottawa.
A typical construction crew, carpentry crew, would be used to building approximately 6 houses a year. And that same carpentry crew will ultimately be able to install 10 times that number of homes using the prefabricated model.
Local company EcoBuilt unveiled its latest model of energy-efficient prefabricated homes, which takes just days to put up the walls and roof altogether. The company says construction is faster and slightly more expensive, but there would be offsetting cost savings due to the high-efficiency nature of the home. Cristiano Ronaldo won't miss any games at next year's World Cup, which will be played in Canada, the U.S., and Mexico after a FIFA ruling.
Yeah, the Portugal captain was handed a 3-game ban following a red card for elbowing an Irish player at a qualifying game back in November.
Ronaldo already served 1 game of the ban, but now FIFA has decided to give him a year of probation instead. This will be Ronaldo's 6th World Cup, and he has said it will be his last.
Interesting, right? So there you go.
Yeah.
Obviously, because he's going to draw so much attention and people are going to see him play. So you really don't want him to miss the games, but obviously he gets a little privilege there, being who he is.
Exactly, exactly. Well, not quite soccer weather today, but it is going to be very, very mild.
Unless you're Atletico, they can play in anything.
They can play in snow, they can play in rain, they can play in it all. We're sitting at 2 degrees to start off your morning right now, seeing some east-northeast winds around 11 kilometers an hour. Into your day ahead, we're expecting these spotty showers to continue. So we started to see some rain in the overnight, and we will continue to see that into the afternoon as well. So spotty showers kind of off and on throughout the day ahead. Could see still a little bit drizzle this morning. And into your evening hours, still seeing this rain. It will continue till about 10 o'clock tonight. Into your overnight, a risk we could see some mixed precipitation in the form of freezing rain or some snow. But then early tomorrow morning, we're expecting some flurries in the forecast, which will continue in through Friday as temperatures are slightly cooler over the next few days before we have a very cold weekend on the way for us. Temperatures still sitting at 2 here in Ottawa, 3 in Montreal, 7 already in Brockville, very mild in areas down to the south of us, who will reach double-digit temperatures later on this afternoon. 12 degrees for Trenton, Kingston, 10 in Kemptville, 8 for us here in the city today, so very mild conditions on the way. 5 is your daytime high over in Mont-Tremblant. So over the next 5 days, a real mixture of everything today. Very warm. We're seeing that rain, of course. We could see upwards of 5 millimeters of rain in the forecast. Even staying quite mild overnight, dropping to 1, but then cooling off slightly for tomorrow. More seasonal-like conditions. A high of 3 degrees. Could see some flurries in the forecast for Thursday. Friday, colder conditions. We're going to be below the freezing mark for your daytime highs. So a high of only -2, -3 on Saturday. Some flurries to end off the work week in through Saturday, nice and sunny. But then Sunday, we could see upwards of 5 centimeters of snow. On your roads, 417 eastbound, westbound moving slow from Hunt Club to Nicholas. The 417 eastbound seeing slowdowns from Richmond to Island Park this morning. Will.
All right, it is our final stop on the Magic of Lights tour, and even though you've finished the drive-thru and experienced all of the lights, the fun doesn't stop there. All right, the drive-thru portion is officially over for the Magic of Lights, but the festivities continue because now we get to enjoy a little bit more after that.
That's right. We are now standing in the Mark Motors pit stop. There's lots of places you can see, take pictures. There's a little walk-through drive display. We've got letters to Santa. We've got beaver tails. We've got hot chocolate and lots of spots for Instagram.
Oh, we love that. Very important for this time of year.
It is.
What kind of inspired this? Because the Magic of Lights, it's so great when you do that drive-thru. Did you see the demand, or you just kind of wanted to add a little bit more towards it?
People want to get out of their cars and experience it. They want to be able to take pictures, have a little interaction with their families, and so we just wanted to integrate the experience a little deeper, that's all.
And what's new this year compared to other years? Because you always add a little bit of extra stuff.
That's right. So this year the walking display is different. It's a little bigger. and we just have a few more fun little spots to take pictures.
And once you're done, so you just do the drive-thru and you just kind of pull right in here. Can you hang out for a little bit and then you keep going on? What's the kind of routine that you would recommend?
Just be creative, do whatever you like. With the kids, like I say, letters to Santa, get a bunch of Instagram spots. I highly recommend a beaver tail and a hot chocolate because why not? My kids, that's what we do. We grab a beaver tail, write a letter to Santa, and just have a little fun with it.
It's so well great. I can't even find Mom, but you get back in here, please. Okay, Mom, we got to give me your favorite highlight from the Magic of Lights display. What do you think?
That's very hard, Will. Love the dinosaurs, I have to admit. And I do like the Christmas tree balls. They're pretty.
The ornament alley.
Ornament alley. That's great. That's really cool.
And you like the reindeers too, because that was pretty awesome.
I like everything.
I'd like to hear it.
What more of an endorsement do you need from that so people can come up until Christmas time?
That's right, up until January 3rd. Make sure you get your tickets before December 4th because they're cheaper during the weekdays, and come early so you don't have to wait in line. Woohoo!
So much fun.
It was great. She had such a good time, and she was such a good sport too. You know, she had some lines that she had prepared. She was wearing the red. She had everything there, and she. I just love my mom so much.
She rocked it. She rocked it. She did a great job. And how were the beaver tails and hot chocolate?
They were so good. We each went for the classic. You know, with the beaver tails, I don't go too crazy, and she was the same. We got the 2 planes, and it's nice because at the end of that ride too, you step outside, you get to experience a little bit more. You can grab a hot chocolate or coffee
the legs
with the beaver tail,
yeah.
and then there's a little walking path too there too with the lights. So it's just it's a great way to get in the mood for the festive season.
I used to get the Killaloo Sunrise, which is the classic with a little bit of lemon drizzle on the top.
Oh,
it's really nice.
Yeah, that would work
too. Adds a little flavor to it. Well, coming up next on Your Morning Ottawa, one of the country's leading explorers in the town is in town to promote his latest book. He joined us just ahead. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam this morning. Seeing some drizzle out there to start off your day. Still sitting at 2 degrees with a high of 8 this afternoon.
Welcome back, everybody. Adam Schultz is one of Canada's most acclaimed modern explorers and one of the country's best-selling authors. His new book, Vanished Beyond the Map, is about legendary lost explorer Hubert Darrell, who vanished in the Arctic in 1910, and Schultz's quest to retrace his route to unravel the entire mystery. He joins us today to share the book behind what uncovered that long journey. Good morning to you, my friend.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on the show.
Well, first of all, I'm glad that you're back from the journey, that you made it back, because that sounds amazing. Tell me, even before we get into it, what inspired you to take that journey? Was it the story of the lost traveler?
Well, I mean, I always love being out in the wilderness, but who doesn't like a good mystery? When I can't be out in the wild, I love to read about it. And just years ago, 14 years ago, I'd come across the mention of this lost explorer, someone who'd vanished without a trace in the Arctic. And it stayed in my mind for years and years. I've been doing my own journeys across the Arctic or spending months in my canoe, and it would always be on the back of my mind. And finally I said, well, what if I find some documents, some old letters, old maps? Maybe I could set out there in the wilderness in my canoe and find out what happened to him. So that's how it all started. I never knew where it would quite end up, but that's what's brought me here today.
Okay, so you talked about you were in hopes of maybe finding some elements along the way to tell some of that story. And without giving too much away, of course, were you able to pick up some things that told some of the story?
Well, it's like looking for a needle in a haystack, and it took years. I did multiple expeditions, you know, going back 2016, 2017, 2018, but eventually it paid off. And yeah, I definitely found, I think, the answer to the mystery of what really happened to him. I found what's probably his last campsite, and there, using all the evidence that I could uncover, I was able to put together the pieces of his story and what really happened to him more than a century ago when he vanished.
What was that moment like when you found what you were looking for? Like you said, a needle in a haystack. Like, trying to uncover that mystery would have been so difficult with so much land. That must have been a really special moment when you found that.
Well, it was a process of elimination. I felt I was getting warmer and warmer and warmer, but when I finally got there, it was a little surreal. It was kind of like chills down the back of my neck, and I was like, is this really where Hubert Darrell, 115 years ago, he was standing here? This is where his epic saga, I mean, he had done incredible journeys beyond the imagination. He traveled thousands of miles across the Arctic on foot without even a sled dog, but is this where it all came to an end, right here at this spot? So it was pretty surreal, and I tried to tried to document and describe it as fully as I could when I was there.
It's so amazing. What were some highlights from the trip, just nature-wise? Like, obviously, you love exploring the outdoors and going to see all the landscapes and the geography. Anything that really stood out along your journey?
Well, it was a super isolated area, so if you're into social distancing, you'd be a big fan of it. It's the kind of place where even today in 2025, you can wander for weeks and not come across, another human or even any trace of people. But, that's what I was looking for. There's polar bears, grizzly bears, caribou, snowstorms in July, all kinds of things. This is about 400 kilometers north of the Arctic Circle, mind you. But Hubert Darrell was a man who was attracted to the unknown, who went beyond the map in his own time. So that's where I had to go if I was going to figure things out, right?
I mean, look at how cool some of those spots are, and places that maybe just the two of you in life have ever been. Like, what is it feeling like knowing that you might be just one of a few people that are at some of these locations?
Well, it's special. I mean, it's a reminder of how valuable those places are, how lucky we are in Canada. We still have truly wild places, and the hope that we'll preserve them for future generations. I mean, the book is a mystery book. It's an adventure book. But I think if Hubert Darrell was here today sitting in the studio, he would say, what I was really seeking all those years of solitary wandering was the wild itself, and that's the real gem. And ironically, 100 years later, we have more need of it than ever in a world that's getting ever more digital. So I hope, if people read the book, they'll be, first, find the story fun and interesting and an adventure, but also maybe if there's a message to take away from it, I think it's that. I think that's what Hubert Darrell would tell us if he's here himself.
And how could they not? And quickly before we let you go, people want to get the book. Where should they find that?
Anywhere books are sold. Audiobook, ebook, hardcover, independent bookstores, anywhere books are sold.
Adam, well, we really appreciate your time this morning, and good luck on the next adventure, because I know you got one coming up.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on.
All right, well, coming up next on Your Morning Ottawa, the dreaded cold and flu season is in full swing. If you want to be able to combat some of that cold, fester, and a little bit stronger, we get some advice just ahead. But before we go in studio, we go back outside through our Skycam on George Street. Winter is coming, but it doesn't feel like it today. 8 degrees, our daytime high value, and showers through the morning. Full details coming up. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
We know respiratory virus season and colds are in full swing, but how do you bounce back quickly? Well, thankfully, we got some answers for you here today. Sherry Torkos is joining us this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
I love this because we've already been hit a few times, and so I love that you're going to give us some ideas to bounce back quickly from those colds and those flus.
That's right. So early detection is so important. So when you first start to notice those symptoms, if you have a sore throat, you're feeling fatigued or temperature changes, that's when you really want to act quickly. So talking about temperature, I mean, we don't really use the back of the hand anymore.
No.
It's not a good way to check temperature
very accurate.
and fever. So what I would recommend, this is actually what I have in my house. It's the Braun Thermoscan 7.
We have the same one.
I love this. It's an ear thermometer, digital ear thermometer, 3 simple steps. So basically you turn it on, you select the age range, insert it into the ear, and then when it gives you the reading, it's color-coded. So green means it's okay, yellow is caution, and red is a fever. And all fevers in infants less than 3 months of age need to be seen by a doctor because they don't have the defenses to fight those infections. So this is a simple and easy way and much preferable versus the old style under the tongue or
And you know
elsewhere.
what? Make sure it works, because we had the issue last year where all of a sudden ours didn't work anymore, so we had to go get a new one in the middle of the night.
Or, exactly. You want to actually be prepared with your medicine cabinet leading up so that you don't have to go in the middle of the night or on the weekend.
Lesson learned.
Cold packs for fever, lots of hydration to prevent dehydration, and also to speed healing. So I like these hydration fluids, coconut water, this electrolyte beverage is
Always
good
having
too.
them in your house is so handy.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's talk about how we can speed up healing.
Right. Okay, so when you go in the pharmacy, there are rows and rows of over-the-counter medications. Most of them just address symptoms. They don't actually affect the course of illness. So what I brought with me today are some things that actually do help to speed healing. So starting off with this nasal spray. So congestion, runny nose, those are often some of the early symptoms we experience. This nasal spray, this betadine nasal spray, that is to be used at the first sign of infection, and it actually has Health Canada approved claims that it can help to shorten the duration, address the symptoms, the congestion, and this is safe for 4 and above or on the advice of a doctor, 1 and above.
Wow.
So I always keep this with me. I even use this on the airplane. sealing.
Oh, smart.
Just to protect it. What it does is it traps and disables viruses in the sinus passages, so it prevents them from replicating and spreading and getting worse.
Wonderful.
Okay, so sambucol, you might have heard of this one, black elderberry. So this is the most clinically researched form of black elderberry. So this is great for addressing the symptoms, the cough, congestion, fever, aches and pains, all of those troubling symptoms, but it's also antiviral. So it helps to speed recovery. Now these are the cold and flu capsules, and this is great for 4 and above, people that can swallow capsules, but they also have a syrup, which is great for the whole family. So that one you'll find widely in pharmacies as well.
Perfect. And some other little things we could grab?
So cough. Cough is probably one of the most annoying symptoms.
I've had a lingering cough, as our viewers will know, for months now. So yes, I get it.
And when it's a tickle in the throat, you can drink some drink some water, have some lozenges. But when you have that mucousy, thick, heavy cough where you feel like stuff is just stuck in your airways, that's where I would recommend an expectorant. So this is called Prospan by Helixia, and this has a clinically studied form of ivy leaf extract. And it's called EA575 to be technical. So this is a very good expectorant. It helps to loosen the mucus, thin the secretion so that your body can expectorate or get rid of that mucus.
Perfect.
So we're not talking about suppressing, we're talking getting rid of it.
I love that.
And using a humidifier as well. Keep that indoor air moist. That will make it easier, especially run this in your bedroom at night.
Okay, we only have about a minute left, so what else do we have?
So we need to talk prevention, not panic, right?
Yes, of course.
So think about before those viruses hit your household, what can you do to keep your immune system in its best possible shape? So we're talking vitamin D, which is often, you know, we hear about the sunshine vitamin. Now that we're into the cooler, darker, gloomier weather,
less sun,
we're not getting as much sun exposure, so our bodies are not making that essential vitamin D. And vitamin D is very important for the healthy immune system. So think about vitamin D supplements. These ones here by now, I really like their vitamin D3. Now this is 2,500 international units. And that is safe for most adults to take, and a good dosage. There's also liquid forms of vitamin D, which we should be giving to our children, because vitamin D, aside from sun, is really hard to get enough through diet. Egg yolks and certain foods and fortified milk has a little vitamin D, but not enough to give you optimal amounts. So think about vitamin D. Vitamin C rich foods, we always think about our citrus, but berries are also a good source.
Wonderful.
So blueberries, strawberries, and probiotic yogurts help to improve and support gut health and our immune system's connected there.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Sherry, for joining us today. And again, you can head to her website for more information. Will, over to you.
Well, Melissa, coming up, we're going to find out who is behind all of this delicious food and how they are having a big milestone celebration in the Delorier kitchen, coming up a little bit later on after our newscast. And taking a peek outside, ooh, it is rainy, not snow-filled through our Wednesday morning. Showers to continue potentially all day long as we climb up to a high of 8 degrees. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Happy Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining us today. I am Melissa Lamb.
I'm Will Yellow. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Rosie is off today, so we've had you covered through the show, and we still have some delicious food to get through. I know we were adding some of the meat items on the charcuterie board.
It looks so tasty. I can't wait for that.
Oh, man, it's going to be delicious. We'll get to our news headlines first, though. A new larger school zone signs meant to be installed after the province banned speed cameras have officially arrived, but it turns out they are too big to fit on the city's poles.
Typical bureaucratic planning, let's say.
I don't think the signage will work as well as speed cameras. I don't think they've thought things through.
They're obnoxious, but sometimes people need to have a slap in the face that's bigger than life to make them wake up.
Don't see what they're doing. Like, how can you have a bigger sign for a post that it doesn't fit? Doesn't make sense to me.
In a statement, the city says it is working with the province on a solution to install the new signs as soon as possible. Once they do go up, they are only temporary. They'll need to be replaced again by permanent signs that will have flashing lights. Those will have to be in place by next September. Ottawa City Council is meeting this morning and will be voting on whether to purchase a new landfill in the East End. The site is called Capital Region Resource Recovery Center, and it's located at the intersection of Highway 417 and Boundary Road. City staff say the potential purchase is a rare opportunity since it takes 15 years to secure the approvals for the landfill. Ottawa's current landfill at Trail Road will reach capacity in the next 10 to 15 years.
The province is pushing ahead with tougher penalties for dangerous and impaired drivers, following through on a promise Premier Doug Ford made to a grieving family. The Premier met with the family of a father of 3 who was killed in a crash on the 401 in August and promised harsher penalties for dangerous drivers. As part of the larger justice reform bill tabled yesterday at Queen's Park, lifetime driving bans would be issued for anyone convicted of dangerous driving causing death, and a number of fines will also increase.
It does not matter whether it's alcohol or cannabis or prescription drugs or illicit drugs or just not paying attention. When people recklessly endanger others, they will be held accountable.
Police would also be able to immediately suspend the license of drivers for 90 days and impound a vehicle if they suspect dangerous driving.
Well, holiday shopping is in full swing, but a new RBC poll warns Canadians may be more confident than careful when it comes to spotting scams. The survey finds 86% of Canadians believe they can identify a scam, yet 1 in 4 still has fallen victim. Many expect this year to be even worse, with AI-powered scams making fraud harder to detect. The poll also shows nearly 1 in 5 Canadians has accidentally visited a fake shopping website in the past year. Canada's steel and softwood lumber industries are expected to get some more help from the government.
There are sectors, the auto sector, the steel sector, the lumber sector, the aluminum sector, that are under pressure. We care. We're acting in those sectors. There will be announcements this week to further support.
Prime Minister Mark Carney is expected to announce new measures today that could include cutting limits on the amount of steel that can be imported into the country from nations that don't have a free trade agreement with Canada. There is also expected to be more financial aid for steel, companies, workers, and softwood lumber industry.
Provincial police say a child is in hospital after they were hit by a car while getting off the school bus. This happened on Highway 17 in Rolfton, about 2.5 hours northwest of Ottawa, near Deep River. Police say the child was taken to hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. And now to a rare world record that has been set, the bar lower than ever before.
A Ukrainian freediver broke her own record by reaching a depth of 86 meters below the surface. That took 3 minutes and 32 seconds. She descended with 10 strokes before entering free fall and then returned to the surface with 31 strokes, all on a single breath.
Wild to me. I feel like I hold my breath for 10 seconds and I'm out of breath. So this is just incredible.
That's crazy. And breaking
right?
your own record, doing something like that, you have to have such great lung capacity. You have to be so powerful with your strokes as well.
Yeah.
That's a really cool world-breaking achievement.
The endurance, the stamina,
the courage,
the mental capacity to do that.
We could just name a whole bunch of different things.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm like afraid of the ocean.
And there could be birds hovering in the water when you go down.
And sharks. Yeah. Oh my goodness, all the things that I'm scared of. 8 degrees is our high for today, so a very warm afternoon for us. Average is around 2 degrees, so we'll be well above that. The sun, though, setting 4:23 p.m. tonight, so a very early sunset for us. Still seeing some spotty showers this morning, a little bit of light drizzle out there to start off your day as well. And that's what we will continue to see and through your day ahead. So even though it's nice and mild, unfortunately, it's going to be a little bit wet off and on throughout your afternoon. We are expecting about 5 millimeters of rain today. It will clear up for us overnight tonight, but then into tomorrow, we could see some light scattered flurries to start off your days. So from rain to snow and warm weather to cold weather in through the weekend. Temps today for us in Ottawa, 8 degrees, same along the valley and in the Seaway. Double digits for Bancroft, Kemptville, Brockville sitting at 10 degrees and warmer in Kingston, Trenton. 12 degrees is the daytime high for today. 8 for Gatineau, 5 over in Mont Tremblant. So over your next 7 days, we're going to see a mixture of it all in the forecast for us. Warm weather today. today. Those scattered showers overnight dropping to 1. Average for tomorrow, 3 is the high. We could see some flurries early in the morning, but then Friday, colder conditions on the way. A high of only -2. Overnight dropping all the way down to -9 Friday. A cold Saturday, a high of -3. So a cold front moving through Friday and through Saturday. A little bit better on Sunday, but now we're expecting some snow on the way, about 5 centimeters in total. And then as we head into next week, a very cold week in the forecast for us.
Weather brought to you by Yegendorf Rashid. Experience, knowledge, and a commitment to excellence.
And the 417 westbound slow from Hunt Club to Nicholas this morning. Eastbound Richmond to Island Park is also heavy volume. Other than that, we are collision free, but still dealing with some wet pavement. So give yourself some extra time. Roads are a little slick this morning.
Well, the Urban Element is celebrating an amazing 20 years. We're joined by Carly, the CEO and owner, and we also have Depeche, one of the catering chefs at Urban Element. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
This is so amazing, especially locally here in the capital, celebrating an incredible 20 years. How has it felt? Because this is amazing, over 2 decades of experience.
Thank you. So the party that we're throwing for our anniversary is sort of a nod to our collaborators over the city. So it's not just our celebration of 20 years, but it's all the people that have collaborated, the people, the producers, the artisan, the farmers. So this is really a celebration of people that have allowed us to thrive in the last 2 decades.
It's so amazing, and it's going to be an interactive experience. People can learn from what you do, and I love that you're going to take a room and transform it into such an experience. What goes into planning something like that?
Sure. So we throw parties for people for a living. So we decided to do the same thing for us for our anniversary. So we've created a raw event space into 4 interactive tasting stations and also a learning kind of demonstration kitchen. So people have a chance to chat with the chefs, taste something new, talk about the producers. It's kind of all threaded together in our culinary philosophies.
Oh, it's so amazing. And you brought some delicious food with us. Okay, so we'll go with number 1, and I won't say, but I do have my eye on the salami. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, so here we have a UE charcuterie board. So there's house-made terrine. We have some Caesar sausage saison sec. We have Mariposa smoked duck breast. We have a salmon rillette that's made with salmon from whale's bone that we cured, and some house-made pickles, some chicken liver pate as well. Some house-made mustard that we make with Bicycle. That's actually a right across the street from us, the brewery.
Oh, so cool. How do you even come up with these ideas? Because charcuterie boards are, so top of mind, and how people coming up to you be like, how do you decide what to put on one of these?
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of a mix of, you want to have some rich things, you want to have some kind of spicy things. Pickles are always really good because it kind of breaks things up and allows you to taste different things with different combinations.
I love that. All right, what do you got for us on plate number 2?
So here is a roasted squash arancini. So we use squash from Juniper Farms. We make this arancini, and then there's some green goddess underneath, and then it gets topped with some parm. Pretty good, pretty rich. Just a nice kind of all-in-one bite.
And aesthetically looks so nice,
Yeah.
which is so important, right? Having the aesthetic be nice too, because the presentation is very big.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you want to eat with your eyes first, right? And that's what draws you in.
Yeah, I love that. And speaking of drawing you in, we have so much color on this one. What's the final dish you have got for us today?
So this is a roasted carrot salad. So some bitter greens underneath, some roasted carrots with a white wine dressing, some pickled raisins, and then it gets topped with these candied seeds. So candied seeds and some puffed quinoa, give it some texture.
Oh my God.
And, yeah, it's a nice vegetarian option. It kind of flows well with the rest of the things because you want something that's a little bit lighter, but there's a lot of acid in there to kind of help break up some of this richness.
I love that. Well, I got to bring my co-host in because you said the word pickles as well, and I don't know if there's anyone in the city that likes pickles more than Melissa. So I'll let you you can pick and choose. There's some good meat options as well.
Charcuterie is for sharing, right?
It is.
That's the whole joy of it.
So Carly, tell me a little bit about how people get involved if they want to experience this night that you guys are having.
Absolutely. So tickets are available on our website at theurbanelement.ca. We have, I think, like 10 left. So we've opened this up to the greater Ottawa community. We're really hoping that if we see friends that have been supporting us for the last 20 years, but also some new faces too.
It's so amazing, and you definitely want to try it out. Okay, I'm going to get one of these.
Pickles are really good.
Pickles are good. I'm going to take one of these. Carly,
this
it's
was
such a good
the
one.
salmon.
I know,
It's just because you made
Exactly,
it doesn't mean
okay.
you can't get in there too.
All right.
This
I'm
is
gonna
the
go for
salmon,
pickle
you
this
said?
That
time.
is the salmon, yeah.
I know you don't like the salmon, so I went for it. It's really good.
You guys lit up. Well, really appreciate your time this morning. Again, congratulations on 20 years because it's
Thank
such
you.
an amazing milestone.
As well.
All right, if you want to be featured in our kitchen, know of a great chef or restaurant, email us your morning, Ottawa@ctv.ca, and we'll be sure to have you on. That one good too?
Really good.
Oh, and the look in the eyes as that means it's good. Yes, we are very happy to have you guys in here, and we have some more food to eat. Taking a peek outside through our Centennial Glass Skycam. It's a great day to stay inside and have some delicious food. Stay with us, everybody. We'll be right back.
Ask the expert on Your Morning Ottawa. Brought to you in part by CAA Travel Insurance.
And it is time now for Ask the Expert. You can send your questions to us to have CAA answer it. You can call live on air 613-789-6559. We are at extension 2803. You can also send us an email with your questions at yourmorningottawa@ctv.ca. Of course, Rachel Lalonde is here as well to talk about travel insurance this time of the year and some things we may not be considering before booking your trip. So let's talk about some things that are kind of overlooked this time of the year.
For sure, for sure. You're booking your trip. Is your passport valid?
Oh.
Is your driver's license still valid? You wouldn't believe how many people come in for an international driving permit and their driver's license has expired. Your health card, is it still valid? We don't get those notices anymore.
It's
so
true.
Make sure you check all of your documentation. Make sure everything's valid. And do you have travel insurance? Are you covered? Are you covered for medical emergencies? Are you covered for cancellation? Are you covered for interruption? And do you know where it is you're going, in the sense that do you know anything about where you're traveling? So maybe check up, where you're traveling. If it's a new destination, look it up and see, the ins and outs of what you need to get into the country, what you need to do around the country, all the fun stuff.
Such a good point, because you mentioned about expired health card and licenses, and if you're even just traveling in Canada, that's what a lot of us use, and they will not let you on the flight.
Nope.
And I learned that from my own personal experience, because I did not know it was expired.
Exactly. We don't get those notices anymore.
We don't. Yeah. Okay, so great things to look for when you're checked. Let's talk about, the fact that now most of us will be traveling throughout the winter months and some things that can happen because of weather and winter storms and travel delays.
No, exactly. And that happened to me. I just came back from a beautiful Caribbean cruise. I came home. I landed in Toronto. There was freezing rain in Ottawa last weekend, and I couldn't get home. My flight was canceled. So my trip interruption insurance covered me for that.
Nice.
I was able to book a hotel and then get my flight the next morning.
Okay.
And my baggage as well. It was covered in case it got lost. It didn't get lost, but it was covered as well. If it didn't make it back home, they would have sent it home for me. Make sure that you have enough time as well when you're planning all of this. Get to the airport early. If there's a snowstorm when you're going, there might be delays. Pack your patience.
Right.
It will happen where you are sitting in an airport for a longer period of time. If you've got kids with you, bring something for them to play with. Bring something for yourself as well, a book to read or something, and just, go with it.
Because if you didn't have that insurance and your flight got canceled, what would happen? You would basically be on your own for the hotel and to kind of rebook?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And not everybody has that space on their credit card, or they don't have that opportunity to be able to, rest comfortably for 14 hours while you're waiting for that next flight.
And if it's a massive snowstorm, it may be a couple days that you're stuck or stranded in Toronto, right?
It could be.
Let's talk about what kind of coverage people can get for trip delays.
For trip delays, so cancellation and interruption, that sort of goes hand in hand.
Okay.
The cancellation part of the insurance, it covers you from the moment you purchase the insurance and you purchase your trip. That's non-refundable. It'll cover you till the day you lock your door to get to your trip.
Wow.
The interruption insurance will cover you from the moment you lock your door to get to your trip throughout the whole part of your trip until the time you come home. So, unexpected emergencies happen, unexpected cancellations happen, illnesses happen, those insurances will cover you. And in the packages, your baggage is included as well. So if your bags make it to China and you're going to Dominican, at least you have something you can buy yourself some clothes while you're waiting for your bags to come, or if they never come, you can make a claim.
At least a bathing suit, right?
At least
so
a bathing
suit. Enjoy
suit.
the summer weather. All right, well, you're going to stick around, and if you have more questions, you can let us know as well. The best way to reach us, you can call us live on air, 613-789-6559, extension 2803. Of course, send us an email as well, yourmorningottawa@ctv.ca.
Ask the expert on Your Morning Ottawa, brought to you in part by CAA Travel Insurance.
And of course, if you have questions for CAA, you can give them a call. Their phone number is 1-800-267-8713. You can also head to their website, insureyourtrip.ca, and that's exactly what we're talking about today, insuring your trip. Now, a lot of people are saying, I'm booking a last-minute plans for travel. Can they still book last-minute insurance?
Yes, you can certainly book last-minute insurance. Now, if you've booked your trip a long time ago and you're booking the insurance last minute, anything that happens between the time you booked your trip and the time you get your insurance, nothing's covered. So if there's a pre-existing condition that you know you're going to need to cancel, you won't be covered for that. You'll still get the interruption part of it, but you know, the last-minute stuff won't cover.
Best advice when you book the trip, book your insurance
at the same time. Yeah, and with CAA travel insurance, when you book your trip and the insurance at the same time, you also have the cancel for any other reason benefit, where you can change your mind up to 3 hours before you travel and at least get some of your money back if it's not one of the typical insured benefits.
Yeah, that's such a great piece of advice. Okay, let's talk a bit about people who think, well, I'm insured under my credit card, or maybe even through employer. Sometimes you get some insurance. It may not always be enough.
Probably not enough. If your trip is, you know, 18 days and your insurance your credit card only covers you for 8 days, what happens with those 10? You're not covered. So there are a lot of limitations with credit cards, and your work insurance as well. There are a lot of limitations. Age is a factor, so as you get older, the less they cover. They'll cover a maximum amount as well. So your trip is, you know, $6,000, but they only cover 2. Where's that $4,000 coming out of? So you don't have enough coverage. So make sure you check, read line by line what is covered, and come and talk to one of our travel experts, and we can certainly work it all out for you.
Because it is a little bit confusing when you're looking at all. You may not realize what exactly you're covered for and what not. So you guys can kind of help make a plan to ensure you're covered for things that your work or maybe your credit card is not covering you for.
Exactly.
But let's talk about traveling within Canada, because a lot of people don't realize that you still need coverage even though you're traveling within our great country.
Exactly. So medically, OHIP will cover you for most of you know, Canada. But there are some things that will not be covered. If you need a medical evacuation, I saw a piece you guys did last week on a gentleman who, you know, ended up needing a helicopter to bring them to one hospital to another. That was on his dime, and you know, the insurance would have covered that. Travel insurance covers that kind of thing. Ambulance is treated more like a taxi outside of your province, so you're paying the cost of the ambulance, but per kilometer as well, so that can add up as well. And there are a few things that OHIP doesn't cover at the same dollar value, so your travel insurance will cover you. And trip cancellation interruption. That hotel is still non-refundable, you know, in another province as it is in another country. So cancellation interruption, baggage, all of that can still be used as well.
So best advice, regardless of where you're traveling and regardless of what you think you have covered, it's always good to seek the experts for their opinions.
For sure.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Rachel, for joining us today.
Thank you.
And of course, if you want to get a hold of CAA, here's how you could do so. You can give them a call at 1-800-267-8713. You can also head to their website, insureyourtrip.ca, for more information. And of course, they have so many great experts who are willing to help you out. In our forecast for today, we're dealing with that rain, but it will be nice and mild into your afternoon. Very warm conditions today, a high of 8 degrees late in the afternoon today. We are expecting those scattered showers this morning, which will continue into your day ahead. Could see some drizzle mixed in there as well. And temperatures will then drop down tomorrow to a high of only 3. And the weekend, cold, Will, all the way to -10 Friday night. a daytime high of -3 on Saturday. So we're going to go from 8 degrees to -10.
We're having those
Not looking forward to that.
big swings this time of year, and I know that we've been getting festive with the magic of lights. No snowfall probably on the ground throughout the day today, and I did want to give an extra shout out to our photographer, Michael Mercero, who shot the magic of lights because he was so great with my mom. She was coming in, so I just wanted to give him a little extra love because she had so much fun with him on our show today.
And kudos to your mama. I want to give Mama Aiello some love because she did great on her first television appearance. So I think there's more to come for her.
And you'd
There's a real
appreciate
future.
You'd appreciate it too when I showed up too. She had different outfits on. She's like,
love
"Which
that.
one should I wear?" And I was like, "Oh, Melissa's gonna love that."
Yes, I love a good outfit change. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us here today. Hope you have a great day and stay dry from all that rain into your afternoon. We'll see you here tomorrow morning, bright and early at 6 a.m.